to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95. We provide the tools, you provide the skills.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Join guest designer Louise Jacobson for our Wirework Rings DVD. This DVD contains a step-by-step guide on how to use a ring mandrel, create single and double stone rings, cluster rings and much more. Get the inspiration and help you need to create your very own handmade jewellery. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Good afternoon! That was quite scary actually. Hi, I'm Becky, how are you? Lovely to see you today on this designer inspiration show. And you've heard it, you know it, designer, inspiration, brand new, it's Maggie! Hi, how are you? Nadine! Oh my goodness! We've only just started, so I presume that it can only go downhill from here. Yay! Nadine, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, not to put you on the spot, but describe how you're feeling in 5 words, please.
Ooh, bit apprehensive, that's 2.
Bit apprehensive, 2.
Excited and confident.
You've got 1 more, use it wisely.
Delighted to be here.
Oh, good ender, good ender. Now, we are going to have from Nadine some of her design inspirations coming up for you really, really shortly. But I want to give you a little sneaky preview into what we've got coming up on the show really soon for you. Brand new strand of white pearls coming up for you really soon. These are our white cultured pearls and they're 9x8, which is fantastic. Technically classed as a potato pearl, but as you can see, and as you know, because there's only a mil in it, they're almost perfect rounds. So you have got these coming up for you really, really shortly. As well as that little treat, I've got another brand new thing for you, not seen before. Gold copper bindings. Never been seen before. I'm not even going to get them out for you now. I might do that in a little bit, but I just want to tease you. Brand new, never ever seen before. I know you've been asking for it. You've been looking for these, but there are different bits and bobs in here that you have not seen before. So they will be coming up for you not too long at all, I promise. So let's get this started. Where are we heading to? Monochrome magic. Now, is this the kit we gave to Nadine? It is, isn't it? We gave Nadine this pack. When did you get this pack, Nadine?
Monday, late Monday.
Only on Monday, so you've not had a lot of time to work with this.
No, not a great deal, but it's been good.
She's created some absolutely stunning pieces with this, and one in particular that we're going to show you how to make really, really shortly that honestly I have not seen before. It's a really interesting creation and there's a fantastic story to it as well, so you can look forward to that. So let's have a little look at this kit that you can have the chance of owning today. So in here we have 290 carats worth of this black agate plain round, these large ones, these ones at the end here, these are approximately 10 mil. You've got a massive 500 carats worth of these really large, completely opaque black agate in the 14 mil rounds. You've got 23 carats of the black agate in the faceted round, these stunning ones over here. You've also got the plain rounds. Now both of these two strands here are your 3 mil, which means they're so workable together, but you've got the faceted and the plain there. You've got 80 carats of your crackled quartz, which are in these faceted rounds. You have the 6 mil and you also have the 8 mil. Now in your 8 mil, you're looking at 165 carats. So these two by themselves, the carat weight is phenomenal, way over 200 carats just with these two strands. But let's not leave one of my favorites, the white Keshi pearls. Now, these Keshi pearls in particular, they are white, which means that you're getting that pearlescence that sometimes on the coloured ones, you're not able to get as well. But even you can see the pearlescence on this, even with the horrendous bleaching lights, even you can see these pops of blue and green and this wonderful, almost peppermint colour you're getting within these. They are slightly graduated from around 6 by 5 mil all the way up to 11 by 5. The wonderful thing about Keshi pearls is they've got that boho, that organic, that natural feel. But the way that Nadine has used them, it's really something interesting. She's used them in a manner that it's adding a touch of class, a touch of elegance, and almost a touch of uniformity, which isn't something you hear a lot when we talk about Keshi pearls. So let's reiterate for you. We've got over 500 carats of the large agate, these massive, huge rounds that we're looking at here that are around 14 mil, 290 of the plain rounds and the 10 mil at the end. 20 carats of the black agate with the faceted rounds, this absolute sparkling sensation here, adding glitz to absolutely anything. You've also got your 20 carats of the plain rounds, 80 carats of the cracked quartz, 165 of the plain round quartz, and you've got the Keshi pearls. So you have got a massive, absolutely staggering carat amount in this. You really, really have. And this carat amount means that you've got the weight. If you are new to Jewellery Maker, welcome! Welcome. If you've not made jewellery before, this is the channel for you. Congratulations for finding us. I'm sure that you'll be with us for a long time. But if you are new and you're not totally sure what carat weight is, when we speak of carat weight, it is a measurement only used with genuine gemstones. We're not working here with any synthetics, any acrylics whatsoever. Only used with genuine gemstones. So when we speak of carat, we're talking about the weight. Now, when we say a carat, we're talking about around 5 carats makes up about a gram. So if I say to you, we've say got 50 carats of something, then you know that that's going to be in grams. So you're getting a huge amount in this. Now, this is PYGC66. I'm going to give you a little tip, okay? My tip for you is when you see Nadine's designs, you're going to be so encapsulated, so sucked in, you're going to want to not miss a second of it. So what I would do is ring in now, because this price today, £24.95. Best to get it in now so that when Nadine does start her amazing creations that you too can create at home, and of course put your own spin on, feel free to put your own spin on these things. You can pay full attention knowing that in just a few days you will have this kit to be able to make your own creations. We're talking about a huge carat amount here, absolutely staggering, but we're also talking about this monochrome magic that we've got working here. Super elegant, super classy, constantly in fashion. You've got a really genuinely workable kit here. To go with this kit, to make sure that you've got everything you need, we are bringing you a abundance, a stack, a tower of wire. Now, we've got loads here. You've got your 0.4 mil, you've got 100 meters of this. You've got, sorry for switching, 0.6 in 100 meters, and you've got your 0.8 in 100 meters. Do not let the size of the spools fool you. They are all 100 meters. It's just obviously with the different thicknesses, we can get them on different size spools. Simple as that. They're all 100 meters, 0.4, 0.6, and 0.8. These, if you're going to get them all separately, so say you wanted to buy them all separately, say you do wire work already and you were to buy them all separately, it would be over £49. So you'd be paying almost 50 quid for these, which actually is a fantastic price, because if you've shopped around, I know I have, I've been into crafts shops and, you know, well-known brands, and even 300 meters worth for 50 quid is fantastic. But we are doing you a deal on this today. We are knocking off 10 whole pounds, 39.95. Now, that is a £10 saving, and it's fantastic. It's even better when you know that later on we've got coming up for you a whole section of things £10 and under. So what you're saving on this, treat yourself later on, because we have got an absolute wealth of gem-like beauties for you, all for under a tenner. And also, shortly, we have for you our last chance saloon. Feel free to put on your cowboy hats, leave the horse outside, get your line dancing, get your hoedown on. We've got last chance saloon for you, which means 30 or less of everything. So we have got that coming up for you later also. Massive £10 saving on this. That is why FGC14 for you to save £10 on 300 meters. Nadine, how long realistically would 300 meters worth last you? I know it depends on what you're creating, but
It would last a long, long time. I would say in a wrapped ring or something, I'd probably use 5 to 10 meters at the most. So that's a lot of time. In fact, some of the spools I've still got from when I started jewellery making.
Fantastic. So really, you've got, and the thing is, you've got the 3 different gauges here. So your 0.8, sturdy, you can use it for structural things, but you've also got your 0.4 for all that beautiful entwined, almost mesh effect, really detailed and intricate pieces that you want to create. And then your 0.6 is fantastic because it does a bit of everything, doesn't it?
Well, that's the one I've used a lot today in some of the pieces I've made. So I'll be showing people how that works later.
Ooh, I like a lot. So you're going to be making a £10 saving on this. Make sure if you're getting that, you're also going to be getting your strands, because fantastic saving on these also for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands, including cashew pearls, which we know is high up there. So let's go and have a little mosey over, shall we? Are you excited?
Yes, I
Are
am.
you looking forward?
Well, I'm looking forward to demonstrating something a bit different, I hope, and something
I cannot wait. I genuinely am so excited about this because I've not seen anything like this before.
good.
Shall I hold it up for you? Look at this. This is a wonderful spider on a spider's web. In fact, let me do this. Hang on. Let's work what we've got. There we go. You can see it much better now. So this is your spider web with your drop spider at the end. And Nadine's going to be showing us how to make this. But Nadine, I want to ask you first. You told me this wonderful little story, and Nadine has also created a poem for us. And I think, give us a little bit of a sum up of how you found this out, and then give us a read from this.
Okay, well, I've always been interested in Christmas decorations and how they're used, and where the theories have come from. And I found this story. It's a legend from Germany. It's about why we should have a little spider on our Christmas tree, and some versions say spider and the web. And it was really a lovely story. It was just before Christmas, and the house was really dusty, a bit of a mess. Mum decided to sort the kids out. They were banished from the living room, but also the spiders, because they'd made all this dust and grey webs and things. So she banished them to the attic. And they were really disappointed because the tree had gone up and it was all sparkly and really, really beautiful. And they couldn't see it. So what happened then is on Christmas Eve, they thought, no, we're not going to miss all the fun. And they crept downstairs from the attic where they'd been banished. And they saw the tree and they couldn't resist, and they ran all over it, and they spun their webs of grey and really dull all over the tree. Santa arrived, and at that point it was actually sort of a bit of a shock to him, and he thought, oh no, Mum will be so disappointed. So he thought, what can I do? He turned the webs into gold and silver, and that's the theory of why we have tinsel on our Christmas tree.
Isn't that an absolutely fantastic, fantastic story? That's so magical and so, so wonderful. What I'll do is, if you show us how to create this, then I'll get you to read this at the end.
Yep. No
I
problem.
like the idea of that. We'll get Nadine to read out this truly wonderful poem that she's created, summarising that magical story, and we'll hear that after we see how Nadine has created this and how you can create it at home also. So Nadine, what are we going to start off with? What section?
The body of the spider.
Okay.
I'll show you how to do that. I do this on 0.8 wire because I find it stronger when you're trying to wrap the legs. You need something fairly substantial. If you only had 0.6, you could still do it, but just be a little bit more careful.
Okay.
So
Just show us over here, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the first thing, actually I'm just going to pop my glasses on because I'm not so good without them. Right, first thing you do with round nose pliers, just turn a little loop and straighten it up, just the standard loop like that. That just creates a little bit of a nose for him, and I always hang him upside down because when you see a spider on a web normally it's going,
hanging.
Yes.
It's going to cause mischief and jump out at me whilst I'm watching Coronation Street.
That's right. So I've threaded one of the smaller and one of the larger black beads on. They're perfect size for this. That's probably too much wire. I've been a bit overcautious. So
Have a little snip.
I'll have a little
Whilst
snip.
Nadine's snipping, feel free to get in touch. Keep this interactive. Ask questions if you've got any inspirational ideas. If you see this piece and think, oh, great idea, this is what I want to do with it, let us know. Inspire everyone else out there. Really simple, just give us a text in. It's 60777. Start your text with JM Studio so we can guarantee it gets here. And any questions you might have for Nadine. If you were a flavour of crisp, Nadine, what flavour of crisp would you be?
I don't know.
I'll leave you with that one.
I'll think about that.
Think about it, think about it.
Right, what I do at this point here is I just do quite a rough spiraled loop, which is going up the pliers like this, because we want something to hang our spider with, but I don't go right to the body at this point. I leave a gap because that's where I'm going to twist the legs.
Okay.
And that helps you then with the space, otherwise you're trying to squeeze it in and the ends will pop off. So that's the body of the spider, and then I take 4 bits of 0.6. 0.6 is ideal, it's strong enough but it's flexible as well. Just straighten them out. If you have these pliers, it's great. Where are they?
And how long would we say that they were?
They're about 8 inches.
Okay.
So you may not need 8 inches, but it's
Better to have more than less.
Yeah. And what we do is get them as straight as possible together, like that. And then take the body, and we simply go one slightly longer than the other because we're going to wrap it round. We come right round and wrap it round. And at this stage, it's probably all bunched up, which is why we've left a good deal, and the wire has bent a bit, which is why 0.8 is important. What we do then, try and get them as, I don't know if you can see, they're always going to overlap a bit, but when we finish, You won't notice that too much because I put some little silver bits in, some little coils.
Oh yes, some little coils.
So we've got the legs there. I mean, you will take time. It does take a bit of time to get this quite neat. But as you bring it over, it gets neater and neater. Then at that point, you can go back into your spiral and tighten it up. So you've got quite a good, strong body and legs. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and then it's simply a matter of just separating the legs in the order they've come across as much as you can. It's not essential, but it just looks that bit neater.
It's easier to work with it than against it generally, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, in this one, everyone says work with wire, but I also say you are the boss. So you tell it where you want it to go as well.
I like that. Demanding, Nadine. Do what I choose. I like that.
Otherwise, your legs will just do what they want.
Oh, tell me about it. Nightmare. Going up the stairs, my knees, oh, they do what they want.
Oh, mine too.
Oh, good.
We'll have to go to exercise classes together.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
There. So that's the basis of your spider. You do spend a lot longer than I will here, obviously just tidying it up. But there, he already stands, and you've already got the body shape there. As I say, at home, I would take time to really get those close together.
Yeah.
So, I'll put him to one side, him or her. I don't want to be sexist. And here's one, the famous line I prepared earlier.
Oh, I love it. You're wasted on this channel. Blue Peter's calling. They want you over.
Yes. I've done 7 of the legs, so I'm going to show you now how to thread the last leg.
Okay.
Now, what we need for this is some coils. So what I did for these, I've got some 0.6 wire here and some 0.4 wire.
So Nadine is using all of those 3 wires that we've got up on screen for you now with a £10 saving. So if you want to create this, you have to make sure you're getting that bundle because you are making a massive saving, you're making a £10 saving, but also you're getting everything you need then, all 3 gauges, 100 metres of each.
It is great. I mean, I love keeping a lot of wire at home because you never know which ones you're going to use for what.
Yeah, completely true.
These 3 gauges plus a bit of 1 mil, I would say, are your staple really.
Yeah.
That's what I use for most things. Right, you take your 0.4 wire with the long tail and you simply hold it there. I think this has been shown before by various people. You just literally keep wrapping around, not going over the top of it, just going alongside each time till you've got a coil. You can push it in with your fingers. Just keep going till you've got quite a bit. And I'll be doing this technique later as well for the other project I've done. I use it quite a lot because it gives a lovely finish to jewellery clasps as well. So that coil there, you do quite a bit because you don't want to be doing a little bit for each one. I'll just do a bit more.
So obviously you're using the thinner gauge for the wrapping. Is that quite easy?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, as long as you keep the tension as you go round, you don't want it to go loose or it'll start doing that.
And what happens if it does go loose?
Sorry, I would suggest you unwind.
Yeah.
And if you have to, straighten it with fingers or pliers.
Yeah.
And then rewind. You won't notice as long as you do it tight as you come back. If you have problems doing it on 0.6 and getting it onto a 0.6, because it can be a bit tricky, then do it on a 0.8 and slide it onto the 0.6. Just gives you that extra bit of space.
Good tip.
Now, you pull it off, and these are going to make the little tiny bits there for the leg.
I'll show you over.
Oh.
It's all right. This section in the middle of the body here.
Yes. I've put one right at the top near the top of the body, one after the first set of beads, one after the second set of beads, and it's so that they can bend like a spider would. It gives it more reality. The first one I made, I used some little tubes. I can't remember what they're called. Bugle beads, aren't they? They were Sardonics.
Okay, yeah.
But you don't get them so often, so I thought the best thing to do is improvise and find something else that I can work with.
Yeah.
If you are lucky enough to have some of those tube gemstones, then they'd be great.
Yes.
but I thought that's an all-encompassing solution.
I like that.
Now what you need to do is cut them to size. So you snip off the ends, because we don't want lots of ends. Am I in shot?
Yeah.
And then you just cut, I would say, oh, measurement's difficult. It's probably about 8 or 9 coils. Just snip there.
So to me, that looks like just under 1 centimetre, is it?
It's probably not quite that big.
Oh no, that is quite small.
Probably about
5 mil.
And you might want them differing sizes. I've done the ones on the first bend of the leg a little bit longer than on the last one, because that's just his feet.
I see, yeah.
And so just make different cuts, different sizes as you need them, and just do enough wire so you're ready to go, so you can do your whole project. Once you've done that, it's then threading the beads on. Very straightforward. I put a coil in the centre there because it tends to firm up the body. Now, if you push them right in, what I tend to do, before I finish off, I leave each leg like that. I don't finish, I have for today, to be, obviously, so it doesn't take up too much time. But I would leave all 8 with the wire like that. Then you can push on and straighten and tighten before you finally finish.
Yeah.
So what I'd do now is I'd take, my pattern is 6 of the plain rounds, because to me, the bulkier bit nearer the body is what a spider looks like.
Yeah.
And then they thin out as the legs go down, so I use the faceted ones further down.
I see.
And that means you can use one kit to do this as well, and you still have some left over. So it's very good. I've used them in other parts of the project as well. So if I thread on 6.
Now, just to let you know, we do still have some of this kit available, and we are going to be showing you really shortly the other designs that Nadine has created. But you are making a great saving on that, especially with that huge carat weight that we're working with. And like I say, it is monochrome, so multi-use, very fashionable. But you've also got the cashew pearls, which obviously add you those little bursts of peppermints and hues of sunshine. So you have got a nice mix, not just your plain black and white, because the nature of a cashew pearl, it's working with the lights and the surroundings to give you extra little subtle pops.
Yeah, definitely. I've got, so 1 coil at the top, 6 beads and another coil. Now I'm ready to do the next lot, and that's these faceted ones here, and I did 7 of them. It's really up to you how big you want to do it, but I found that worked well. It's quite a good size. Just one little tip, these coils, when you cut them, they don't always fit straight on. And if they don't, the way to get them on is to partially push them on and then snip the end. That little wire there that's loose. Can you see that?
Yep.
Snip that off carefully, that'll keep a straight edge and it'll slide on. So if you do struggle thinking, oh, she's told us to do that and it doesn't work, it can be, as you cut, they squash a bit.
Yes, I see. So just snip.
Just snip. So now what I'm going to do is thread on 7 of these. It's a bit hard when you've got the spider here, because you have to go at an angle. And these are quite tiny. They went on fine at home.
It's all right, they know you're on live TV. They're sneaky little Becca's genuine gemstones, you know. Don't forget, we're working here, we did the plain rounds at the top, which were the 3 mil. You've got 20 carats worth of them, and the faceted rounds we're doing at the moment, the ones that we're popping 7 of, you are getting 23 carats of those 3 mil. So you are really getting a good length of strand, aren't you?
Oh, they went a long way, an awful long way. And I've still got some left over with all the pieces I made. 6, 1 more. I knew these would be... They went on fine at home.
I'm telling you, they know.
Then it's just 1 more silver bit.
One of your coils.
I'm not going to be able to do this either, am I?
Yeah, you are.
There we are, that's on. And then just another, was it 3 I put on at the bottom, 3 of the faceted again.
And those are the little feet, or clogs if you don't like spiders. Because when I see a spider, I feel like it's coming at me with clogs. That's how big they are. This is a friendly spider, of course.
This is the lovely friendly one.
The Christmas spider.
There.
What will his name be?
Or her.
Klaus?
Or her.
Or her. Whilst you're texting in questions for Nadine, come up with a name for our spider. Start your text with JM Studio 60777.
Right, so there you are. What we do is just make sure that all the beads are pushed up as far as they can. Bend the wire to make your loop, as we normally do. Just take the flush side so you know exactly what length you're doing. Snip the wire and do your end without your beads falling off if you can. There, that's his foot done, and the same with this one. Snip. Take your pliers, because it's at the angle anyway, the right angle there, so take the pliers in, keeping flush to the end with the wire, which I haven't. There we are, and turn. It's quite forgiving. There we are, bends in.
Now Nadine has used quite a mixture of tools with this, and you'll see her using other ones as we go on. So if you are new to jewellery making, or maybe you need a tool top up, maybe you know you've had yours a while, because I know a lot of designers will use 2 at a time. And
oh yeah, yeah. When you're doing loops, you need 2 of these.
2 to grip. So if you do want that, at the bottom of your screens, you can see that we have our large toolkit, which is BECR04. £15.95 for a 10-piece large toolkit. And Nadine, you've got one of these, have you?
I have, yes. I've got 2.
Oh, all right. Show off.
No, because I do quite a lot of my beading when I'm on the move, actually, because I spend a lot of time in sports centres sitting watching my kids, and I make the jewellery there, so I have one in my bag, so it's ready to go all the time.
I bet people notice you're making jewellery,
they do,
don't they? They ask questions.
Yeah, they do.
I like that.
Yeah, it's quite nice actually, because people get an interest and sort of, some will say, oh, I'll have a go at that.
Oh, I like that.
But they also get me asking me to see, oh, can you do something for the raffles and things?
Oh no, nightmare. No, I'm far too busy.
Oh no, I do.
That's nice. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, Nadine does have a website, Borealis Designs, if you want to have a little look, a bit of inspiration. But I'm sure
Facebook page,
but I'm sure you'll pop it up on our Facebook, won't you? On Jewellery Maker Facebook.
Yeah, I'm building a website, but I'm not very technical, so it's taking a while.
Oh, you and me both. Tell you what, nightmare.
The last thing, you can leave it like that. That's absolutely fine. He stands up. I was just checking on the mat there. Yes, he stands up. But you could, if you wanted to, turn out the ends. So you could pop them flat so that he's got little feet like that. I'll just show that all the way around. Just I'll just do that side. So he sits flat. So you can either leave him standing up or sitting flat. And that's the spider. What we then do is hang it from here to the web, just with a jump ring and a piece of chain, or cord or ribbon, anything you like.
Fantastic.
So that's him. And I don't know, I mean, I love the monochrome because I think it's so realistic. But if you've got a themed colour on your Christmas tree, you can make it in whatever colour you like.
Definitely, so 100%. Wonderful, I like that a lot.
Thank you.
I think it's time to read the poem.
Shall I?
Honestly, I really do. It's such a wonderful poem. I'll pass you it over. I'm sure you've not remembered
Thank
it.
you.
But let's have a little look at this wonderful. You can make it as a Christmas decoration, of course, for your tree, or you could have it as a fascinator. I thought it'd be really interesting as. So take a little look at this whilst Nadine reads out her wonderful poem about the origins of this spider design.
Okay, it's called The Legend of the Christmas Spider is what I called it. It was close to Christmas and the house was a mess, but the dear little spiders just didn't care less. They loved the sparkle, the glitter, and the lights were a must, but the house was so full of their webs, dirt and dust. Time for the broom, a clean house was the tactic. The spiders were banished high up in the attic. Christmas Eve came and the house was so quiet. The spiders crept down and caused quite a riot. They climbed on the tree and ran up and down. Santa arrived and looked on with a frown. The tree was covered in webs of dull grey, but the spiders were happy and wanted to play. The solution was making the webs silver and gold, so Santa created a tree fine to behold. Christmas was wonderful. Now you will see that today we put tinsel all over our tree in memory of these spiders who we hold so dear. They brought us a reason for Christmas cheer. Now a spider that hangs on the tree is so fine, it helps us to celebrate at Christmas time.
Oh, fantastic. Round of applause, please.
But
That's so lovely.
and part of the reason I put that poem together is because if I'm doing any craft fairs or Christmas fetes, especially where I go into the schools, because the kids love these as decorations, then that plus the little spider in a little gift box or an organza bag is a great little gift.
Absolutely. And how interesting to see something like this on your Christmas tree. Something that no one else perhaps has done before, and it's definitely a conversation starter. Perhaps if you're having a dinner party or you're having some friends over, people will definitely ask you, oh, why is that spider in your tree? And you can tell them this wonderful story. I absolutely love that. It's fantastic.
And it is easy to make. It's much more easy than it probably looks.
No, it looks so intricate, but you've just shown us how simple it is. Now, I've got here for you our spider, and we've had some spider names text in. Who from?
Oh, great.
Sue from Hertfordshire. Hello, lovely. I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. She says, Klaus, I like that. German story.
Yep.
German story.
Ah, but there's already Santa Claus.
And Sharon in Chesterfield, William. Oh, I like William.
That's my dad's name.
Oh, creepy. I like that. How wonderful. Thank you very much for those texts in. I'm going to go for William Klaus.
That's great.
Mix them both in, William Klaus. So you're going to show us next how to create the web.
I am
Correct?
indeed. I am
Wonderful.
indeed. Now, it took a while to work out what I was going to do with this because I knew I wanted a web, and it was like, well, how do I go about it? And the simple solution was just wire work.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is, that's the bare bones of the web, and I'll show you how to do that. What we're doing is literally wrapping.
There we go.
Wrapping different pieces of wire together. And I've got some pieces here.
So sorry, what mil are we talking about?
8mm.
8mm.
Tell by feeling it. 8mm
Oh, that's
because
a
of
true
the
pro.
strength. Yes, well, that's the 0.4 that we're going to use to wrap around it.
Okay.
So, right, I'll just move that for a minute because that's just wish to show you
I like
what
your
I'm...
post-it. Web prep. That's organisation.
If I didn't, I wouldn't know where I was.
What is this wire doing here?
Which bit was that for? I can't remember. Right, so it is a little bit tricky. Again, that's partly why I've done that, in case it's total disaster here, but it won't be. Now, I've already threaded some beads on, which
These are.
I'll tell you what, no, I'm going to use that separately later.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
going to do it with some new 0.4 because it will just be easier to show you.
Okay, wonderful.
At home, I tend to do it like that so I can go into threading the beads on,
I see.
which, again, it's an option that you might prefer to do.
Everyone has their own different style and their own different way of prepping and working, and that's what's wonderful. You can see these techniques and think, oh, I wouldn't quite do it like that. You can completely put your own spin and twist on it.
Definitely, yeah. Right, so first of all, I work with 2 of these, straighten them out. Again, if you've got these pliers, they're fantastic. If not, fingers, nails, which I don't have much of. So just to straighten all the wires.
Do you straighten them just to make it easier or just for neatness in look?
I do it essentially to get any of the little kinks out, because as we're going round later,
Yeah.
you don't want kinks in it.
Is that because it's hard to work against?
It's hard to straighten once you start working with
I
it,
see, yeah.
because by that time it's tied together, and if you pull too hard, you'll probably unpull it.
Yeah.
So what I do is I take that shape just across and I bind these two together. Again, I'm doing it quite quickly. I would take probably quite a while to do this at home. So secure the first two like that, and then you're ready to add another one. And it's easier to add them one by one, because if you try to do them all together, you'll get them everywhere. Bring that over. It doesn't matter which way you bind, it's just at this time securing it all together.
Does it have to look neat?
No, not particularly, but I wouldn't be too random with it, she just having done that.
Just so you're just being freehand here, where it looks a bit loose, add a bit of wire to that bit.
Yeah, it's the structure I'm looking at the moment. Yeah. Then the last one goes in that gap there, and we again wrap in. It does look an awful mess at this stage, and you think, will it ever work?
And will it?
Yes,
okay.
Definitely. Well, there it is.
Well, good. I thought you were going to say, and it won't. It won't work.
So, I'll leave, I mean, that needs a bit more wrapping. And if you've got one that's really wobbly, just go back and keep going over.
So it's this centre section here that we're creating now, just wire wrapping where we will be putting the cashew pearls.
I mean, that's already quite solid. That's already quite solid there. Yep, so that's just about, oh sorry, I was just holding.
That's all right.
Like that,
yeah.
It's already quite solid. But what I'll do is I'll go back to this one, because I've spent a little bit more time perhaps on this. And what we do now is cut that wire off, take the one with the pearls already threaded, which I've done a little loop at the end, if you can see that. It's not going to, I mean, you cut that off at the end anyway, but if your pearls happen to drop back, they're not going to fall off. Whoops, that's there. So that's the way I work with beads on a wire. Excuse me if I'm out of shot, I'm just going to straighten this bit.
Just whilst you're doing that, I have to tell you this amazing text we've just had in from Joanne. Oh, Diane where? In County Durham. Hi, get this for a name. Webster.
I like that.
Oh,
I like that. That's great.
William Klaus Webster. Oh, he's starting to sound quite posh, isn't he? Posh?
Definitely.
Lord. Oh, I love him.
Right.
Great name suggestion. Thanks, guys.
So I'm just securing the, I keep getting it in the way of that. Just secured the 0.4 wire onto the web in the middle. And now bring a pearl down. If you find it easier, just work with them separately, thread on each one. You actually only need a short bit of wire to do this bit, if you're happier working with a short bit of wire. And bind that one on a couple of times round. Bring down your next pearl. In fact, bring down a few, then they're close by to work. And then pop it somewhere else, bind round again, being careful to go behind the pearls now, because what we're trying to do at this point is to hide the wire. Pop another one, bind it down. The spokes will get a bit out of shape, but we can straighten those back up. Bring it up where you want it to be, bring another pearl down, bind around again. And then bring some more pearls down. There, and you'll keep going with that till you're happy with the centre, so you've covered up the centre. I'll move on now to show you how to do the spokes. I would probably put another 5 or 6 on there normally. Right, take the wire and wrap it around one of the spokes at this stage, and then what we're going to do is start winding our web. So that's what you've got. The wire's now around this spoke here, and I'm going to go to the next spoke along, and I'm going to take the wire first, wind it round. Oh no, sorry, I'll go back. Pop the pearl on that first one. So you've got a pearl. I forgot to anchor it. There. Then you come to that second spoke, wind the wire around, then up at the top, bring a pearl down. Because on each time we wrap around a spoke, we're going to pop, it's hard to do it without my hands on it, I'm afraid.
It's all right.
And then wind that around. So just securing as you go, then to the next spoke, wind the wire around, and then bring a pearl down. I love these cashew pearls. They're just perfect for this.
They're fantastic, aren't they?
They just make it look like dewdrops on the web, which is what I loved. So,
and fantastic for a Christmas decoration, isn't it? With this pure white that you're getting, but also these bursts of colour that naturally come with the cashew pearls.
And then we put another pearl down. It's a little bit fiddly to show really, because it's I need my hands quite close to it.
Yeah,
but
don't
I
worry.
hope people are getting the idea. So it's go round with the wire, drop a pearl, go round again. So you've got that effect. You're already starting to create the web.
So on each of your 0.8s, you'll have at the join one of your cashew pearls. Now, can I just check with you? Are you doing with the 0.4 2 twists and then a pearl and then 2 more twists?
I think it's just until you feel comfortable. And also, if you're trying to keep the wire in shape, you'd do a couple more. If it's like a bit close together and you're trying to stretch it slightly out, I would do 2 to fix it. But yes, I guess I do 2. There we are. And you can push them together as you're working too.
Now you have got 0.6 in your bundle you got with us earlier, the 3-pack bundle with the 300 metres. You've got the 0.6, so can you do 0.6 for this one this bit as well, if maybe 0.4 is a bit fiddly?
You could. It would be harder to wind it round.
Yeah.
It might look a little bit more messy because I don't think you can pull it as tight around the things, but you could try. I mean, it's sort of use what you've got really to create this. Use as much as you've got at home.
Yeah.
Really, I'd say, yeah, have a go. You could use 0.8. You could probably use 0.6 as well, because you're constantly pulling it into shape as you go. Make sure that each of the legs of the web are becoming equal-ish. I mean, I've never seen a totally symmetrical one in nature really. I mean, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
But they are fairly symmetrical. But the look is always that sort of, I don't know, it's sort of a fluid look, isn't it, a spider's web?
Absolutely.
So that's the look I've tried to go for here. So pop the pearl on, and each time you go round, you're working a little bit higher up so that eventually you're going to spiral right to the top.
Okay.
Now I haven't sort of done the pearls to go that far, because I thought it's probably not. Do the wire first, keep the pearl on the other side, then drop it down.
Just for that security.
Yeah, so that then it's not going to slide up and down. If you didn't wrap the wire and the pearl separately, it probably will slide up and down the web. So that's the effect I'm trying to achieve here.
Just to let you know, there's a really short queue on the phones. Do stick with us. Free phone number 0800 644 655, and of course on the web, click to check out.
On the web.
Oh my goodness, on the web. Threw that joke in, didn't even notice. Do make sure on Klaus, Williams, Webster's web. You do click to check out, really important, because you might lose it. There is a really short queue, do stay with us. We do have enough for you, but I cannot guarantee that by the end of the show we will have any more, so it is better to get in now if you can.
I must say, these pearls are some of the nicest I've worked with. I love them.
What do you like about them in particular?
The irregularity and the sheen. They've got such, I don't know what is it a challis?
The pearlescence, the chili, yeah.
I don't think it picks it up looking at it on screen as much as it does here. They are absolutely beautiful. Love them. Right, so I won't continue round because I think that's hopefully has demonstrated.
We understand that. Can I just double check with you though? Once you've done the inside circle.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
Oh, look at me jumping ahead.
Right, so when you get to the end, let's assume now, let's cut a couple off, just to show that we're at the, oh, hold the wire when you cut it, top tip. Right, so what you would do here is you're going to come to the end, is again we put the loops, just a standard. I keep going the wrong way because I'm left-handed. I keep getting confused which way to go. Just a standard loop at the end. Like that. So when you come up with your wire and your pearl, what you do is you go very close to the loop, pop the pearl on, and then just hook the wire through. I'll have to just slightly open up that loop. Pop the wire through so it's caught in the loop, then that will hold it at the top. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I'll show you that again. Round there, thread on the pearl, secure again, and before you go to the next one, it is actually easier with these ones just to open the loop like that, and it's not going to go. There, pop the loop, the wire inside. I think that's it. No, it hasn't caught it. Again, if you haven't got the pearls threaded on, you could feed it through, which might be a little bit easier, but I put them on to make it a bit quicker for demo. There we are, that's through. Close the loop, and then you're ready to go on to the next one. So that's anchored them at the end, like that.
Wonderful.
So then they're not going to all slip down the web.
Yeah.
And the last one, you just go around till you've done the last one. And if I can just show on that one, if you can.
Go ahead.
What I've done is gradually brought it closer in. As I'm coming round, I've brought the last strands closer together. You see this coming in, and then it meets that one. It just makes a neater finish. And then you just finish off clipping it through and adding the spider.
That's wonderful.
So,
what a wonderful, unusual Christmas decoration that is. Thank you so much for showing us that.
Thank you.
Now, you, like I say, we gave you the kit on Monday evening, didn't we? So she has had time to create plenty more. Have a little look at all these other little creations she's done over here. I really like them.
Good.
I'm really, really interested in particular in the necklace.
Right.
Can you just sum up for us how you created this?
Yes. If I can have it to demonstrate.
Absolutely, I'll hand that across to you.
Lovely. Right. I'll take it off here actually.
Yeah.
Right, it's the classic ladder weave, the way you thread 3 beads, then go through the 4th. I haven't got the beads here.
So you go thread 3 and then in your 4th one you go each way?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
The standard ladder weave, I think it's called. So I started with a crystal, then a black, then a crystal, put them onto a piece of beading wire and then crossed them through a large black, and that gives you the start of it. That is where it starts at this point. Keep doing that, thread on a crystal on your left, crystal on your right, and a black in the centre. And carry on. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 of those along the front there.
So the crackled quartz that we're using here, these ones are your plain rounds. Don't forget you're getting the faceted rounds as well. And the larger agate you've used here, haven't you? The 14mm, which you get 500 carats worth of.
They're beautiful.
And then at the top, to attach...
Well, what I did them all on monofilament, and then when I came to the end of the weave, I threaded another piece of monofilament through the last black bead and carried on from there. Put a little silver bead on as a spacer, and what I did to secure it in place was I tied a knot before it and a knot after it, and the reason for that is it holds its shape better. Otherwise the monofilament just wants to pull open and pushes the beads up the necklace. So just knot that bead in place and it gives you a nice secure place to carry on. That one there.
Wonderful. And I really want to discuss this. This is a handbag charm that Nadine has created, sticking along the spider theme, but in a really delicate manner with this. That's absolutely fantastic. I'll show you it against the black now so you can have a proper little look at it. You can see here, you've used the faceted crackled quartz rounds, and you've used one of the plain small agate and one of the faceted. It's just giving it that extra bit of sparkle, isn't it?
What I can do is I can put that together and demo that a little bit later if you like me to.
Oh yeah, definitely. That'd be fantastic.
Need a bit of prep.
Oh, no problem. But a lovely little handbag charm there, and of course you can pop. Maybe you could do a spider web in the middle, or maybe you could do a star, or if you're not a fan of spiders. That's absolutely wonderful. And I'm going to go through all of them. We've got a couple of minutes. I'm going through them all. This is so easy to wear. You've done this on an elastic. And this is the larger agate that you're getting in this kit. Don't forget, huge saving on this kit, £24.95. You're getting 500 carats of these. And this is just a little, something you add in your stash, is it?
Yes, yeah. It's one of those gold-shaped beads that we had in a kit. It was a pack of different shapes.
So easy to wear, and because it is agate, it's got that strength. It's really up there on the Mohs scale, so perfect for everyday wear, isn't it? And
I love those.
I love the elegance. I said earlier that Nadine had created something using Keshi pearls that had given it not so much of a boho theme that you might think with Keshi pearls, but a really delicate elegance, and this is the piece I was talking about. Isn't that wonderful? What a delicate little flower centerpiece you have there. So how did you create this one? How did you do the little flower in the middle?
That was literally just threading on the black beads. I think there's only 5 or 6 of them, I can't see from here.
6.
And then, again,
7.
Same sort of technique, going back through the last bead to make the round.
Yeah.
And then threading on the gold one and going back through the opposite side and bringing the thread back through. Just a classic sort of little round with a centre.
This lovely, delicate flower shape. And I really like how you've continued the theme on using the faceted agates on this as well. Look at these delicate little earrings. Now, these are wonderful because Nadine's created this spiral. Now, how did you do that? Did you use a tool? Was it freehand?
I can show you how to do that. That's, I'll use this.
You see on the top there, those wonderful little spirals that are just catching the light and drawing you in to these pieces that are created with the faceted crackled quartz, the plain round in the middle, and the black agate you're getting in here as well. Such an elegant look, isn't it? So year round, so easy to use, and works with so many.
I use them for a lot of things. They hide a lot of the wire and they just look very pretty. In fact, I was making those in a sports centre.
Were you?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
And a lady came up to me and she said, I don't wear long earrings, but I love those and I would wear those because I love the spiral.
It is a lovely detail.
Okay, I'll just quickly show you how to do this. It's little round loop, end of pliers again to meet, and if you can start it going slightly round on itself, that helps. So you get the round, you then take the flat nosed or needle nosed are these called, and you bend, but you bend your wire rather than the pliers, because otherwise you're likely to mark more easily, although this silver wire is quite forgiving. Just keep turning like that. When I'm doing a necklace, I mean that's not as tight as I'd probably do it if I was taking my time, but I go right round and back up to the top, and that makes it nice and even. So start with a little loop, go round, as you can see here, bring it right round, back up to the top, and then if you wanted to go flush, just bend it with your fingers like that.
Just to create this little detail. And the little details, the little touches really do make it, especially on this piece. And finally, if we have a little look at these super simple earrings, they're just wonderful, aren't they? Absolutely fantastic. Now, Nadine, thank you so much for showing us all of this fantastic stuff. We are coming back to Nadine really shortly, in about an hour or so, to see a brand new kit that we've given her. And don't forget, we've got Last Chance Saloon moseying into town. I went Australian, unusual. We've got Last Chance Saloon, and we've got a whole section, £10 and under. Coming up for you soon. Make yourself a brew. I'll see you after this short break.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF.
There are two easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Tune into Jewellery Maker for our Miss It, Miss Out show, every day between 5 and 9 PM on Freeview Channel 50. Don't miss it, or you'll miss out.
Welcome back to Design Inspirations with me, Becky, and brand new designer Nadine, who's just created for us a wonderful spider's web, which you can see twinkling on the tree here. Doesn't that look absolutely gorgeous? Delicate, but noticeable, even on this busy tree. There's a lot going on this tree. Now, we are setting Nadine a challenge. Challenge Nadine! And we're gonna come to her in around the last probably 15 to 20 minutes of our show. But this is gonna be a section of your challenge, which we're gonna be bringing to you really soon. Brand new, star by, never ever seen before, and I know that you guys have been asking for this. This is your gold coloured copper findings pack. You've got so much going on in here, it's trying to escape. That's how much we've got. Including, I just want to point this out, the largest nautical toggle that I've seen, the largest nautical clasp. But I'm going to be bringing this to you later, and this does include chain and cord ends and everything you could possibly want. So Nadine, I'll hand this over to you now.
Okay.
Now, Nadine, in this section, we're going back to black, as Amy Winehouse once sung, because we're on the monochrome theme. So I'm going to be showing lots of black things for the next half an hour or so. And when you see something you like, I want you to say, I want that. And then I will give it to you and you can have it as part of your challenge. But don't get cheeky. Don't think, oh, I'll have them all. 3 max.
Okay.
That's a hard challenge, isn't it?
Yes.
Throwing you in. Okay, there we go. That's a challenge in itself, keeping your eyes open. There you are, Nadine.
Thank you.
Have a little nosy at those. So we are going back to black. Everything deep, dark, and pretty much opaque by the looks of things. So what are we going to start with, Producer Pip? Wow. This is, oh, unusual shapes. This is your strand of black obsidian. 200 carats we're getting in here. Now, what are you, oh, Nadine, do you? Nadine's just mouthed, I want them at me. Are these ones going to be in your challenge?
Oh yes,
What do you like
those.
about these? Why have they caught your eye?
I want to make some earrings from those.
Oh, okay.
And probably something around the neck as well.
Because they do drape absolutely wonderful fashion. Because they've got this flat back and because they've got this shape, it really is something to kind of pop out, isn't it?
They're lovely.
And actually, what I'm really appreciating with these is, as you can see at the bottom, they're not completely flat. They have got this slight angle to them. So if you wanted to, you could quite easily graduate the angles down in one direction and then on the other side of the neckline in the other direction, and creating almost a triangular effect into a focal point because of the way that these have been cut. Now, 200 carats of this black obsidian you're getting today. These are around 18 by 13 mil. So quite nice large pieces, but not so over the top that they would have to be just used singularly. You could definitely strand these as is realistically. We are in limited stock. We have got less than 60 of these because they have been popular on the show before. INGP03, your prize today, £9.95. Get these because we are going to be coming across to Nadine in a bit and she wants these ones. So you can have a look what she's created, give you a little bit of free inspiration. So if you get these, have a nosy at what Nadine does later and you can tidbit some of her ideas. For £9.95, 200 carats. We've got over half of these have gone already. Popular indeed. And for less than £10, you can't say no. Nadine, would you like these?
Definitely.
Mosey on over.
I would.
I can't leave. I would come bring them to you, but I'll go off camera and people will think, oh, good, she's gone.
Lovely. Beautiful.
Oh. Get your ideas. Now, this strand of black onyx is really worked so well by the Labradorite because onyx in itself is a relatively hard gemstone. But as you can see, they've worked so hard to create these little glitter balls of light, just catching and creating this sparkle effect. It's really almost a spellbinding sparkle that kind of draws you in without the colour disrupting it. Now, the great thing about black onyx also is obviously it's completely opaque, and because of the dark nature of this, it's going to go with everything. Black goes with all, doesn't it? It does. I can't think of anything it doesn't. Goes with everything. 210 carats you're getting on here. Now this is a 30 centimetre strand. So you're getting a high carat weight for the 30 centimetre strand, and that's because of the size of these. These are 10 mil. So you've got a hefty amount. Now obviously it will completely depend on your strand how many you get, but I can guarantee your carat weight will be 210. But let's have a little look just to guesstimate how many we're getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Around 33 you'll be getting on your strand. So if you think you're getting 33 around for this price, £10.95. Pip, how do you feel about doing a bit of maths, my love? So £10.95 divided by 33, because that's how many we've got on the strands. Just work out per piece. Works out around 33 pence each. So let's be realistic here. Say you get our findings, oh, Nadine stole it. Say you've got that brand new findings kit that we had before with the shepherd hooks, simple pair of shepherd hooks with these possibly looped onto an eye pin at 33p each. It would work out to make for a pair of earrings less than £1.50. You would not be selling them for that, would you? You would not. Even super simple, if it only took you 5 minutes to make, you could easily minimum charge £5 on something that has taken you a couple of minutes and only cost around £1.50 to create a pair of earrings. 210 carats worth you're getting on this. OJ, are you 12? Now, we are sticking with back to black. These feel delightful. Now, this is your black agate. Now, with agate, you know, generally you'll get the kind of tonal colours in it with the things that you see quite often on this. Not often at all you see completely opaque 180 carats worth of these flat ovals. Now, agate is massive for 2014, absolutely huge. Very well known shop, very expensive shop, based in London, green sign. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. They, for 2014, are bringing out a decor line, an indoor fashion line, and they have got a huge domination of agate. You're seeing it wrapped around clocks, you're seeing it on as tie backs, you're seeing it as lampshade, as detailing on a lampshade. So very fashionable. 2014, truly, when it comes to decor, it's all about bringing the outside in. You'll see a lot of agate coming in at truly high prices. I've seen the estimated prices of the pieces that are coming out, which for just tiny clocks with just a loop, just a section of agate over the top, and we're talking triple figures. We're not talking triple figures today, however. £6.95 for these flat ovals, and these are around 16 by 12 mil. Now, the thing with this is of course Jewellery Maker, but by no means does that mean you can purely make jewellery. As I said, huge for 2014, bring the outdoors in. You'll see a lot of agate, a lot of driftwood, a lot of quartz actually is being used as well in bedroom design. So do feel free to mix up your mediums, create something different. What about buying 2 strands of these and looping it in sort of a drapery fashion around possibly an old lampshade you have, you don't think, it's not your thing anymore. Add a little bit of 2014, get ahead of the curve in fashion. £6.95 for these stunning examples of your oval agate. Oh, I like you, Pip. I've never had Pip as a producer before, but he does the boxes in order. I like that so much, because otherwise it takes me about 20 minutes delving into each box. What a special strand of your black spinel here. Look at this. Now, you're getting 65 carats here, and as you can see, they are graduated. Now, we are truly limited on stocking these. We have 40.
39 now,
Oh, I see. What is it that's drawing you to these ones, Nadine?
I think they'll work well with the shapes that I've got and the big with the little pieces together. I love to work like that.
Wonderful. These really, because of the way they're cut and the work that's gone into these, it's creating this seductive sparkle on each of them. Now, it's very unusual that you get this type of sparkle without the faceting, but truly it's just the black spinel doing its natural job, kicking off and bouncing back this light in this truly superb way. 65 carats you're getting here, and as you can see, it is graduated. To me, honestly, that's on an elastic covering a donut bun just at the base, and you're done. Really modern twist. Fantastic for those huge buns that are so in fashion right now. You'll be seeing them at the Christmas parties. One of them, elastic, pop it over just to catch the light and the sparkle in your hair, drawing attention to it. Now, truly low stock. If you want these, please do call in now, because we had 40, we've now got half. Your price on these today, £7.95 for, honestly, this example, and we've got the tassels here. Not only very usable, but it does also mean that this strand is a little bit of something extra. £6.95. When you get these home, you'll be able to see the fluidity of the light cascading across each individual one, but then working together as a full line. It is truly something special to get this type of sparkle from something that's not faceted. And our guest designer is going to steal it from me. Come on over, Nadine.
Thank you. Oh,
Are you excited to use them?
Yes, I think they're lovely, aren't they? No, you're right, there's so much sparkle.
Isn't there?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Don't want to worry you, but you've only got one of the choice now, okay?
Oh, dear.
You've only got one more to choose.
Oh.
I'm almost halfway through.
Okay.
Oh, she's having a little nosy. These are your black agate top drilled. Now, top drilled is fantabulous because super to use, super easy. Because they can create a pendant, you can drop them from an earring, but also what I love about them is so easy to create other shapes. Pop two together at an angle and you can create a heart. Let me show you here. If you use 4 or 5 of them together, you can create a little flower shape if you cluster them all in. Making some really interesting, intricate designs, but just with minimal effort. You are getting 250 carats worth of this black agate. Brand new. You have not seen this. Now, I know the price that we discussed on this earlier because we do have little production meetings at the beginning of every day and we discuss what our price is, what we can possibly get down to. Now, I know what the price is on this and it's something very special. For a brand new strand, normally we will not drop the price for you. We just won't, there's no need to, you've not seen it before. But as a special treat, because it's a Sunday and because of our new guest designer, we thought we would give you a little treat by knocking this down. Your price today, stop it. We didn't discuss that price earlier. We discussed £8.95 and I thought that was fantastic. Pip's got spider crazy. Spiders on the brain, he's knocking the price down. £6.95. For a brand new strand, you do not see that very often, do you? And £6.95 for 250 carats of a brand new strand, you don't see often at all. TVGP83, to get your hands on this brand new strand, be the first of your friends to own it. Now. Oh, hello, throwing it around. Well, I'm initially, first things first, I just want to show you this against my neckline before anything else, because this by itself, for me, is a necklace dump. Isn't it? Isn't that amazing by itself? Do you know what this would go really well with? Star Buy that's coming up so soon for you. That findings kit, brand new findings kit, you've never seen it before, with that gold colour, adding some Christmas warmth. Now, these are 95 carats of your black agate. And in these wonderful eye shapes. They're quite delicate in their manner. And the wonderful thing with these also is their length, because we've seen, you know, it is fashionable at the moment to have these longer rings, and also you can do bar rings. Have you seen these bar rings before? Really simple, wire wrap this, going across 2 fingers. Darcy Bustle, she was rocking one of these at the weekend. Really simple, just pop in your 2 ring holes as you normally would and bar it across each finger. You've still got the movement there, but it's a look that's really, really popular at the moment. It has been in fashion since spring, summer this year, and it will continue to be. Now, we are in low stock because we've got less than 50 of these, so please get in. I don't want you to miss out if you're really interested in these. Your price on these today, £6.95. GGG P41. That's quite aggressive. GGG. It's because I know the Last Chance Saloon's coming up, so I'm trying to call my GG. GG. £6.95. Now. Oh, hello. Now, we said it is back to black, but in these, you're getting so much more bang for your buck. We're talking texture, we're talking zoning, we're talking colour merges, we're talking monochrome in some, we're talking difference in transparency, sections completely opaque, and then some with this light, gentle hues that you can just see through with the transparency, kicking out these golds. 220 carats of your black sardonics in these puffy pairs. They're around 18 by 13 mil. I just want to highlight, obviously you can see there the black and white one that's really working wonders. But also, if I point it in, these 2 here, I'll show you this way around. How wonderful. This one next to my thumb, can you see? It's quite hard to see on this camera, but it's got, you know when you cut into a tree and you see the age lines on a tree, that is exactly what you're getting with this piece. It is hard to see on camera. And this one here, you can see my thumb behind it because it's completely opaque in the middle and then just got this truly wonderful quality of the transparency just in these stripes. What an interesting strand this is. I like that it's back to black and it has got the black, the deepest jet of colour. But it's got all these interesting little natural bits in each. And the wonderful thing with this, every single one's unique. It's all different. Fantastic. The one in particular on my strand, the really stripy monochrome one that you can see there, that maybe is your centre drop. And then have the other works around it, because it's still black sardonyx, but it's just got this natural quality that you only get in genuine gemstones. When people are making silicone and fake acrylic gems, you're not getting that. You're not getting that uniqueness. Mother Nature just creates these in this magical way that each one's individual and different. And that means that each of your pieces you create with this strand is going to be different too. Your price on this today, £6.95. What a great price for 220 carats of a strand that is offering you a multitude of inspirational ideas. It's got your monochrome, it's got your opaque, it's got your transparency, you've got that zonality, you've got Mother Nature bursting in on each of these individual pieces, creating something truly stunning and unique for £6.95. That's wonderful. Congratulations for getting that. I really, really like that strand. This is fashion to me. This is high fashion. It looks like the look you get on those really expensive handbags. Pip, you've not heard the story about my handbag, have you? I'm going to tell you a story about my handbag because this effect you get, I'm going to name a brand now, but other bags are available. Mulberry is a very high price bag emporium. I'm talking little clutch bag, you're looking at about £500. It's crazy, it is ridiculous, but they are stunning. I'm a girl, I love bags, they are amazing. Now, last Christmas, I was seriously contemplating treating myself to a mulberry bag because I like to buy myself something at Christmas. Treat yourself, I say, it's Christmas, go for it. So I was going to buy one. However, I just got back off working on a cruise ship for a long time and I really wanted a dog. So it was a toss-up between getting a bag and a dog because they were the same price and I could not afford both. So I wanted my mulberry bag so much, but I decided to go and buy myself a golden retriever, but I've called her Mulberry. So I got my mulberry anyway. You'll have these?
I will, yes.
Oh, will you? Okay, I like it. Now these are 320 carats worth of your black crackled agate in this truly almost crocodile print, isn't it? Crocodile snakeskin print you're getting with these. Completely unisex, aren't they? With this monochrome. And do you know what they'll go great with? Because of their size. Let's see how these work together. Bear with me on this. It's a bit of an odd one because you're getting the strong strength of the agate and the delicate pearls, but don't these work well together? Don't they work well? Because they're similar in size and because you have got this monochrome crackle effect on the agate, they work really well. Don't forget, these are coming up. Brand new strand of white pearls coming up for you really shortly. So let's get back to my mulberry crackled agate. The price on these today, £6.95. Hey, that's cheaper than a mulberry bag, isn't it? And a dog. £6.95. We've only actually seen these ones, and you'll see at the side it says limited stock because we've got less than 50 of these. When we bought them in, we had triple figures and we had high up into the triple figures. We had over 200. I can't be completely sure of how many, but when we buy things in, we will make sure we get more than 200 generally. So the fact that we've only got that many left shows how popular they are. £6.95 on this unisex gemstone, really, isn't it? Oh my goodness, please bear with, but imagine you're going to a ball with your partner, you strand these onto a necklace, maybe a set of earrings, and create for him a pair of cufflinks with these. Posh and Bex, eat your heart out. What a wonderful idea. 320 carats. And this is a really large strand. You're getting a lot piled onto this, so you've got plenty to make a few pieces. Nadine, do you want to come and grab these?
Yes, I will.
What caught your eye with them, Nadine?
They're different colours in them. I think they're beautiful. I've never seen anything like this before.
Unusual, isn't it?
Oh yes, that'll work lovely with the black.
Well, have fun with those. You're done now.
That's
You're all
it.
out.
Okay,
and
thank you.
I didn't want to say anything, but not this one. The one after, it's something special. 220 carats of tourmaline. Tourmaline is something that every time you see it, it's really, you know that it's tourmaline because you get this look of true nature. And look at the wonderful effect of these. $220 carats of these top drilled nuggets, and you can see that they are graduated all the way up to the center one there, around 17 by 12 mil. What a large piece. Now the thing with tourmaline that I promise you're not getting because of these bleachy lights is you get this sparkly quality at different sections. It's not all over, but it is in sections of this. You can see all the individual sections that go up to make it in a way. I know it looks really smooth to you on the outside, but on the top sections, it's almost a rough cut, which means that you're getting these little sparkles and little hits where it catches the light in different angles. We are low in stock on these. Your price today for these, £5 exactly. £5 exactly. What a brilliant price. I'm a bit gobsmacked by that price because, well, A, it's a round number, £5. Ooh, mix it up. But also, how interesting to own a piece of this, and some of them actually, because they have got this rough effect. Have you got a little cabinet, a little collection? You could have one of these as a little piece, just a talking point. Now, the thing that's also great about this strand, and it is a minor thing, but as a jewellery maker myself and as a creative person, I know it's the little things that do count. As you can see in between each of these, it's knotted. We've not put a spacer in between. Now that's important and great because say you wanted that centre one for a piece, you just straight away you saw it and thought, I've got to create something with that centerpiece now. When you've got the spacers, you have to snip the end off and then unstrand them all to get to the middle, and then stranding them back on is a nightmare. Takes you longer to strand them all back on than it does to actually create a jewellery piece. But because these have got the separate knots, you can literally just cut either side of your selected gemstone and the others will stay stranded. Keeping it neat, keeping it tidy, making it easy. £5 for this strand. Now, this is the one I thought you'd like. I'm going 10. I thought this you might like because it's so different. I'm trying to think how to describe it. This is your black rutile quartz. This is a high-end strand. It is the collector's choice strand, which means that collectors out there, people in the business, do look for and rate this strand in particular for a number of reasons. On this one specifically, obviously it's not particularly the cut because they are these nuggets, but what it is the quality of the speckles in between each one. Sometimes when we look at black rutile, you can get ones that are highly speckled, very, very deep, with a really black effect. But in these ones you can see, not only is it a delicate touch, but also they're really evenly spaced, which is so unusual to see. This is your 18 centimetre strand on the collector's choice. If you are a collector, I bet you're on the phones right about now. And if you're not, do not be afraid to try this out if you've not worked with it before. We did start with 100 of these, and I can tell you that we're down to 39. It's going quickly. Please get on the phone for these now, because I can't guarantee that we're gonna have these in an hour. £6.95 for a collector's choice strand of this black rutile. And look, please look, you've got this peppering effect. So, you know what? They're so symmetrically brought into it that it almost looked like it's been created in that manner. Of course it hasn't. Completely Mother Nature's doing. But when we've created this strand for you for the Collector's Choice strand, we have purposely made the effort to give you this symmetry in your amount of speckles. It's almost like an animal print running through each of them, or just a dusting of pepper on top of your large rock salt cubes. What a wonderful strand for £6.95. Now, last one for Back to Black. Is it really? Yes. Wow. This is a strand of Labradorite. This is your black Labradorite. Of course, people will love Labradorite. It did get voted last year your favourite out there because of its versatility and because of its labradorescence that cannot be recreated. It's completely natural occurrence. And these are wonderful because not only a huge amount of carat weight, 540 carats, blimey, but they are your perfect rounds, your plain rounds. Now, we don't often see that with Labradorite, do we? We don't. We see, of course, the eye cut shape, we see cabochons quite a lot, but we don't see black Labradorite in these plain rounds often. Now, did you get earlier that kit that we had, that we created that spider web with? Because if you did, please have a go at working the black agate that you got in there, the 14mm plain rounds, with these, because they've got that symmetry in size, but of course you're getting the labradorescent kick from these. Try and work them in together and send them into Wall of Fame. Let us have a look at your creations. Your price on these, low in stock, we've got less than 60. Cheeky, cheeky, £5.95 for this strand. Now this, again, long strand. Now the wonderful thing with black Labradorite is the labradorescence has a slightly different tonality to it. Labradorite, generally when we'll see it, you're getting these diesel-y colours, diesel blues, you're getting these deep forestry greens. But with your black Labradorite, you're getting silvers. You're getting pops of silver out of each piece. And it's really unusual, like I said, to see it in this shape. But the wonderful thing is with your black Labradorite, it works in this shape. When we see Labradorite, generally, you might not get it in these rounds because perhaps it doesn't show off the labradorescence that well. But with this black, it does. £5.95 for these plain rounds. And like I say, if you got that kit earlier, please do work in the black agate you got, because they're the same size. You've got that symmetry, you've got that look, but you've got your pop of labradorescence with these. Are we moseying into the Last Chance Saloon? Oh, good. We're gonna go fungal on a bungle. I just said fungal on a bundle. Not the best selling pitch I've ever done, I won't lie to you. I was thinking like fun, like let's have fun. Let's just go to a bundle. What is it? Is it this one? Down here. Whoa! Pink parfait. Do you know what parfait reminds me of? Shrek? You know that bit on Shrek?
Which one?
Yes, you do. I think it's the first one. When Donkey goes, "You've never had parfait?"
Parfait's delicious.
Parfait?
Yeah.
It's delicious. Oh my goodness, hilarious. I love Shrek. Look at this pink parfait bundle we have for you. Now, in here, you've got chunky monkeys, haven't you? With this rose quartz. And look at this frosting, oh wow. Now, of the pink colour coated quartz, the fastest rounds that you've got here, these ones, you're getting 130 carats worth. Now, your rose quartz, your plain rounds, these ones here, that have truly, haven't they, got that deepness of morganite. They truly have got that deepness and colour of morganite. You're getting, for these, 670 carats in these 16mm rounds. With your pink colour-coated quartz, the plain rounds, the 7mm, you're getting 80 carats worth on that strand. And you're getting this stunning light pink shell. I love the frosting, and it feels almost velvety texture you're getting here. And what a wonderful Christmas frosting. Oh, do you know what? Say our spider we created earlier, say that that's the baby. You could create a mummy with these big pink ones, couldn't you? Mummy spider. Mummy spider and a money spider. You won't need a money spider when you see this price. £24.95 for a brand new, never seen before pink parfait bundle. You're getting a true mixture here. And please note, tassels on the end of 2 of these strands, meaning that we're giving you something special. We're giving you the high grade. 670 carats of these. And truly, when I'm looking at them also, and in fact you can see on this screen slide here, can you see internally this silk-like effect that you'd normally expect from morganite? Obviously morganite, much higher price. But you're getting it in this rose quartz, which is quite unusual. You don't normally get this depth of texture within your rose quartz. And I love this faceting here. I think what a stunning faceting. And also quartz, it's really strong. On the Mohs scale, we're looking around a 7 or an 8. And the wonderful thing about quartz, especially in this colour, is create something special for someone in your family who's perhaps a little bit younger. Maybe you've got a little girl in your family, maybe your granddaughter or your own daughter or a goddaughter. How wonderful to create them something from this with those cute baby pink colours, but you're dealing with the quartz. So you don't have to worry about them in the playground, bashing around. Maybe if they're playing in the park and they catch it on the jungle gym, you don't have to worry because it's got that strength and it's so high up in the Mohs scale, around 7 and 8, you don't have to worry about it scratching really easily. So perfect for a child in that sense, and especially with the colours. And for 4 strands, including 670 carats and 130 if you're pink coated and 80 carats of these ones here, £6.24 each. What a bargain. Including these 2 very, very special ones, your 2 very special strands, and your large, look at these. They are lovely and large, aren't they? 16mm and your 14mm. Congratulations for purchasing those. What a lovely pop of colour that will add to your collection. Now, let's mosey on in to the Last Chance Saloon. Can I just ask, Nadine, what's your horse called that you've left outside the saloon today?
It's got to be Trigger, hasn't it?
Oh, Trigger! Classic, of course. I like that. Trigger.
Got the boots as well.
Oh, she's even got the cowboy boots on. I like that a lot. Last Chance Saloon. Now, what does that mean? It means we've got 30 or less of everything. So, if you like what you see, make sure you're giving us a call in and getting it, because we've only got 30 or less of everything, okay? So get in when you can. Where are we starting, cowboy? Not a problem, little lady. Oh, my box is completely switched around, but I like it. You did say right, didn't you? Ooh. Now, these are your slabs, 460 carats worth of your lilac amethyst. Lavender. Now the wonderful thing with this gentle hues you're getting here is because of the shape, you kind of need it. because I think if these were truly the royal purple that we all think of, it might be slightly overpowering. But because you've got this lavender, this gentle, delicate hue, even though you've got the large size, it's truly workable. It's not going to overpower any pieces. And also really easy to strand on with your pearls that you'll be getting with us later, because the pearls themselves, because these are white pearls, they are kicking off this lilac pearlescence colour. So what a fantastic match together. Your price on these Last Chance Saloon, £9.95. Let me just give these a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You'll be getting around 24 on your strand, but guaranteed it will be 460 carats minimum. So you can create a huge amount. Do not forget, once these are gone, they are gone. I do not know when we'll be getting another strand in like this. I'm really not sure. And the wonderful thing also with this lavender amethyst is you're getting in some of them, if I highlight some to you here, these ones near the end, you're getting a pop of gold. Can you see the pops of gold you're getting in here? Isn't that interesting? Are you going to be buying in our Star Buy really shortly the brand new findings pack, brand new? Because if you are, wonderful to work that in. These have naturally got a little pop of the gold colour in. What a wonderful selection to add together. £9.95 on this strand. DGGP 45. Wow. Wow. Truly, I've never seen a strand like this. Now, you, I promise, are not quite getting the sparkle I'm getting, but can you see as I spin them, you're getting this almost holographic effect with the reflection. You're getting this frosted icicle effect with these. 280 carats of these clear quartz in the rough sources. Now, it's told that in ancient times, the Romans believed that clear quartz was ice formed by the gods. So they believed that it was a magical rain sent by the gods that solidified and hardened, that never melted. And I can understand why they believe that when I see this strand, because doesn't it just look like icicles? It looks like frozen ice. Fantastic Christmas decorations. This is, you're getting around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're getting around 10 on each strand, guaranteed 280 carats. Now, you are getting 10. The great thing is with the larger ones, you're only going to realistically need one piece on a necklace or one piece on a bracelet. But if you are thinking of doing something for the tree, maybe get a couple of strands, because when you see the price, you're going to want to. But don't forget, 30 or less. Price, normally £10.95, which is fantastic, just over £1 each. But oh no, we're in the Last Chance Saloon. That's me shooting the price down. £7.95 in the Last Chance Saloon. What a bargain. In the Last Chance Saloon, you couldn't get a double rum for that. You couldn't get a double rum in the Last Chance Saloon for that price. £7.95 on these frozen icicle effect clear quartz. We are in single figures with these now, so please do get in if you want them. Where did you say, sorry my love? I've just got to dive in. Give me a minute. I'm very short, it takes a while. I've got him. Oh, I love that. Put the slide up, pretend nothing's happened. Do I have a blackboard? Sorry to be a pain. Can I have one? Just because I really want you to have a proper look at these. These ones are your crimps, and they're in the rose gold colour. How many are we getting in this pack? That's quite full. 100 pieces. Thank you so much for that. You're getting 100 pieces of these. Oh, and these are tricky little blighters. They're rolling all over the place. These are your 925 sterling silver. Now, when we say 925 sterling silver, you know that that means quality. You know that that means people are going to recognize it. You know that means it's going to keep this shine, and if it does start to tarnish, say you're wearing it every single day and you're wearing it outdoors and you're wearing it for a long time, because it's 925 sterling silver, simply with the cloth, really easy to bring that shine back in. These are your rose gold plated 925 sterling silver tube crimps. 100 pieces in this pack you're getting. I have got 27 of these at this price. £6.95. You do not want to miss out on that, do you? Because don't forget, it's 925 sterling silver, and although we're giving you a fantastic deal for 100 pieces, that doesn't mean at all that you then have to bring down the price of your jewellery. Just pop 2, maybe 3, depending on your design, of these onto perhaps a beading thread necklace, and you're still using 925 sterling silver. So you can still promote it as that, and therefore get a higher price tag on your pieces, even though they're not costing you the earth. 100 pieces for £6.95. We are almost in single figures for these. Please do stay on the line if there is a little bit of a queue. It's a free phone number, so we will be with you. Can I leave these on the side? Just because this is, I hate not tidying up after myself, but because they are so rolly. Oh, you're a little love, thank you so much.
Okay, I'm going to drop them all anyway.
They're going to go everywhere.
No.
Oh no, it's all right. It's all right, it's not live, we'll just edit that bit out, it's fine.
Oh, good.
Where are we heading? Ooh. Now, this is a truly deep royal purple that we're talking about in these amethysts. Now, amethyst is known for its lore, its folklore. It's got such a history. Some of it slightly checkered, but it has got a really interesting history. Please purchase this strand and then do some research. You're getting 230 carats on this. And the thing with this amethyst in this deep shade is it instantly makes me think of the days of yore when you had these very wealthy, very affluent lords who used to throw these dinner parties with elaborate buffets and elaborate ladies, and wine was flowing, and they used to create their goblets using this tone of amethyst. Now, the reason they did that was when they poured wine for their guests, they were then able to give themselves water, because as you fill goblets like this with water, it creates the effect that you're pouring yourself some wine because of that deep colour. So the lords were able to stay sober and smart, whilst others around them, who perhaps they were trying to make deals with, perhaps they were trying to swindle some things, some plots of land, who knows, they were getting drunk and disorderly, whereas the lords were able to stay calm under pressure and completely sober due to these amethyst goblets. We are low in stock. We have less than 30. Your price today, £9.95. And can't you just imagine in those ancient times, these huge goblets, some filled with wine and some filled with water? What a wonderful story. Do your research on these, and do feel free to keep these stories maybe for your craft fairs. Just giving people something to read will obviously grab them into your stall, and then you've got them there to chat to and tell them more about what you know. These are limited stock. We're now in single figures for these. Please do get these if you want them, because I can't guarantee they'll be here at the end of the show. let's go to the sweet shop with these multicolored crackled quartz. You're getting on here 150 carats, and you're getting this fantastic colour range. Now, the lovely thing about the way that these ones in particular are paired up, you can see they are paired in their individual colours. Now, that's fantastic, because if you want to just strand it as is, you completely can. It's eye-catching because it's got those different jets of colour. But sometimes, as a creative person myself, sometimes I'm just in the mood to perhaps be a bit girly. I want to create really girly pieces some days. Well, then simply just select off the pink or the purple. Maybe you're feeling like you want a little pop of brightness. Maybe you've got a strand of citrine at home and you want a subtle hue in this same honey tone. Just separate off the yellows. Our price on this today, £6.95 for these 8mm faceted rounds in this burst of colour. It is sweetie shop, isn't it? It really is sweetie shop. I love these colours, and the blues are truly sky blue, aren't they? We are limited stock on these. We have got less than 20, so do get them now if you wish. JCGP 54. £6.95. We'll squeeze one more in before I start by, shall we? I've got to dive in again and gone. Oh no, it's not that far back, this one. Okay. Oh my goodness, I love these. Can I have another blackboard just to show these off, please? I love these toggle clasps. Truly unusual, and do you know what? I'm not surprised these are in the Last Chance Saloon. I'm really, really not, because these were really popular. Nadine, we're in the Last Chance Saloon. I was just wondering, why do cowboys ride horses?
Because there are no cars?
No. It's because they're too heavy to carry.
Dear.
Awkward silence, that's what I like. Thank you so much for this blackboard. Now, let me show you these. Oh, you're chuckling, that's a delayed chuckle.
It is.
Delayed, pity chuckle, one or the other. Now, the fantastic thing with these toggle clasps, if you've not seen them before, let me just show you them as they will come together. So these are your toggle clasps in these flower shapes. Now, really simple, they do up just as a toggle clasp does. You have the base here is your bottom petals, almost your leaf effect actually. And then the centerpiece you can see is this really delicate rose effect. And dead easy, as a toggle, you just pop it through like that and it's done up. What's great about a toggle clasp like this is if you perhaps have issues with your hands, or if you're a single gal like me, nightmare, isn't it? Trying to undo your bracelet. You kind of do this weird undo your bracelet dance. You don't need to with this. It's a simple pop, drop, it's done. Your price on these low in stock, £9.25 sterling silver, £7.95, and you're getting 3 of these. Now, you have seen this shape before with the magnetic ones. You have seen that with the magnetic clasps. But the great thing with these is you're getting that detail, but you don't have to worry about pacemakers or anything like that. You don't have to worry. There's not that issue here. £7.95 for 3 chunky pieces of 95 sterling silver. Congratulations for getting those in our Last Chance Saloon. Like I say, we're just in double figures of those, so do get in if you want them, because they are truly beautiful, adding a little bit of something exquisite. But the sheriff's going to walk into town. He's got his star badge on. Let's go to a star by. I am back here with Nadine because she stole these earlier for her challenge. So I'm bringing these to you as your start by today. Now, I have got some pieces missing because Nadine's been squirreling away, but don't worry, we've got a slide and I'll tell you exactly what's in this.
They're those ones.
Let's have a little look. Brand new, never seen before, and I know you've been asking for it. You've got your copper colour findings here. Have a little look at those. You've got in here your head pins, you've got your lobster clasp, you've got this huge nautical toggle there. Isn't that big? I've not seen one that large before, but how interesting on perhaps an asymmetrical piece. You've got your toggle clasps, you've got your cord endings, you've got absolutely loads in there. You've got your crimps, you've got your chain. I'm going to get this chain out for you so you can have a proper little look. Each chain's different, isn't it? And what you want to do, and it will change also. Now this chain, I would say it's an oval weave, isn't it? And it's got this wave effect to it. This in particular, because of the spacing in between each, fantastic if you wanted to do a charm bracelet. You're getting 108 pieces in this. TMAZ 43. I'm telling you that now because when you see the price on this brand new, never seen before copper cord endings finding kits, you're gonna want it. £7.95. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret, genuine truth. Me and Pip were upstairs having our meeting earlier, and it said on there £8.95, okay? And it's brand new, so there's no need for us to take the price down. But Pip said he was feeling a bit naughty. We actually were like chatting about it secretly so no one could hear us. Genuinely, they've gone everywhere. Genuinely, these were meant to be £8.95. We've taken them down by £1 for you. And we didn't need to because they are brand new. Now, there is a queue on the phone. It's short, but there is a queue. Because you're adoring this. You're adoring it even more when I please show you this extendable toggle clasp. Isn't that large? Isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's lovely.
Instantly, what I'm thinking actually with the size, of course, feel free to use the extendable toggle clasp as is, but because of the size of these, I'm thinking, what about inlay with your polymer clay, inlay a picture, because you can do that. You can really simply print pictures onto your polymer clay. What about creating that using these cufflinks? How lovely would that be as an idea? Just snip them off, pop your polymer clay in. In fact, Debbie Bulmford did a show with me recently showing you how to print onto polymer clay. Do have a little look for it on our YouTube site. But how wonderful. Perhaps if you're giving them to, say, a new dad, why not pop in each of the cufflinks a little picture of his child or his daughter? What a wonderful idea. Don't forget, these are our findings, but you can use them for whatever you want. For example, the nautical clasp itself, I love the size of this, and it's larger than we've seen. It really is larger than we've seen. Why not use that as a centerpiece? Because I think, what about this with perhaps that monochrome kit you got earlier? You know, black and white, or blue and white for sailor stripes with your nautical knot. What a great idea. You've been having a good play, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, I'm going to use, I think I'll use that clasp, I love that.
It's wonderful, isn't it? And you've got your cord endings in here as well. You've got three of them. So let's just reiterate this. You've got 3 pairs of the findings, the shepherd's hooks. You've got 10 pairs of the copper balls that are strewn everywhere. They're approximately 3 mil. You've got 5 rondelles. You've got one of the toggle clasp, this extendable toggle clasp I talked about here. You've got your bolt ring. You've got a whole metre of this wonderful oval weave chain. You've got 10 head pins, and they are your longer length. If I show you these are your 45mm, just meaning that you can create longer drops on your earrings. You can also create loops and twirls, as we saw earlier on the earrings. You've got 10 eye pins. You've got your lobster claw clasp. You've got one of those. You've got 3 of the ribbon ends, which are these large ribbon ends here, which are wonderful because, as you can see at the end here, they've got the large opening there, so you can get mixtures of cord, mixtures of ribbon in. 10 jump rings and 30 crimp beads. And you've got 20 crimp bead covers just to really finalise your pieces. All of that for £7.95. What do you think of the price?
I think that's great because they're so different.
They are unusual, aren't they?
You've got a
I've
good
not
selection.
seen one that size. I've not seen a toggle clasp that size. You've got your cord endings that are really large for your ribbon.
Yeah, it's good. It's good value.
Wonderful selection of colour there for you as well, with this gold flash, really, really Christmassy and warm. I like that a lot. Now, after this break, we are going to be toddling back over here because we're going to be having a little look at what Maggie's created
Indeed.
with her second kit that you have the chance to buy. And she's created some masterpieces here. Some really delicate pieces, but some really bold pieces as well. So do join us for more designer inspirations after this really short break.
Tune into Jewellery Maker for our Miss It, Miss Out show. Every day between 5 and 9 PM on Freeview Channel 50. Don't miss it or you'll miss out.
On Jewellery Maker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to be Jewellery Maker.
Becky, and this is Nadine. Hi.
Hi again.
How are you? Are you challenging away?
I am, yes. Yeah.
How's it going?
Slow at the moment, but yep, I'm getting there.
I'm sure you will create something stunning with those 3 individual strands she picked up from our Back to Black section. Now, we have got coming up for you really soon, £10 and under, little stocking fillers. We have got that coming up for you really soon. But first, for our designer inspiration section, I want to show you the kit that Nadine has had a chance to work with over the last couple of days. Now, I'm going to do these one by one for you because I truly believe each of these need to have individual attention because they all are superb strands. Look at these pearls. Now, because of this baroque shape that we're getting, it means they rest against the neck so smoothly. It means that you don't have to be worried they're going to spin, they're going to loop, they're going to turn around. Sometimes when we work with pearls, perhaps next to faceted pieces, You can find that the pearls spin and they can spin your top drilled centerpiece. But with the Baroque style, you do not get that because of the flat back. These are approximately 12 by 10 mil. You've also got on here your 210 carats of these amethyst drops. This is the truly royal purple colour, isn't it? Amethyst, such a royal colour because it is present in almost every set of crown jewels around the world and all the different nations. But also the deep purple you're getting in here, it reminds you of ancient times with the kings with these long fur robes in this truly deep purple colour. These are your amethyst drops. You've also got a whopping 390 carats of this really light lavender amethyst plain rounds. Now these ones are 12 mil. Aren't they a mesmerising colour? They glow, they do have this internal glow about them. Of course, amethyst is pre-aquaric, which means that you do have that chance of getting up to 3 different colour tones, and I can completely see it in this. I'm getting in sections a dark purple, think royal purple. In other sections, I'm getting a truly lilac colour, think Parma violets. Other sweets are available. Think that colour, I'm getting that as well. But I'm also getting these little wisps of pure white. What a really interesting strand that is. As well as this, you're also getting this delicate pink, these delicate little sweetie pink rounds. These ones, high carat weight for their size, you know. 90 carats worth of these rose quartz, and these are around 6 mil. So just to reiterate, you're getting 390 of your lavender, you're getting 210 of your amethyst drops in these nugget shapes. You're getting the 90 carats of your rose quartz plain rounds in the 6 mil. And you're getting your strand of fantastic white cultured Baroque pearls at around 12 by 10 mil. But we ain't stopping there. Haven't we got some silver with this? Oh, I get you. Did you get this earlier? Did you? If not, do it. Do it. Look at these colours together. Purple goes so well with silver, doesn't it? It adds a really cooling effect. Bridal look. Have you got a theme for your wedding? Mine would be this aubergine colour. Mine would be this deep amethyst colour. Your price on this today for these 4 strands, £21.95 for this lavender flowers. You have got these 4 strands. I knew we had silver. I said to you, do we have silver? You're fobbing me off with the wire. We're getting silver with this as well, guys. 925 sterling silver. Have we got them? They are silver beaded star clasps. Now I've got the flower toggle clasps here. Did you get those ones? You're getting 7 pieces. If we got a slide, we'll find it for you. But you're getting 925 sterling silver, and you're getting 7 pieces of the sterling silver beaded star clasps, and they are 6.5 mil. I promise I'll bring them to you in a second. But just reiterate on these. You've got your pearls, you've got your amethyst in the 2 tones, in the royal amethyst colour and your pale lilac, lavender colour. You're also getting this pop of pink. with your quartz there also. As well as 925 sterling silver, okay? For £21.95. Don't forget, you can see at the bottom of the screen, YFGC14, we have also got your wire available. However, of these three, because we obviously have a lot of wire, but because we've bundled them up in such a hefty amount, not often do you get 300 meters worth of wire in a bundle, but because we've bundled it up so much, we only have around 40 of these left. Is that right? 40? Yeah? Less? Oh no. Okay, we've got less than 40 then, definitely. So please do get these in now if you want it, because £10 saving on this stash. YFGC14. So do please get these if you wish, in the 3 different gauges, your 0.8, your 0.6 and your 0.4. I have been delivered fresh off the press. Thank you very much for getting these for me, Ollie. Not a problem. 925 sterling silver. This is what I was talking about. You're getting 7 of these pieces. And look at how delicate. They're almost like little interwoven crowns. You're getting these 925 sterling silver beaded star caps. And you can see, if I can show you, they have got an indentation, which means they will fit your pieces in really well. So if I show you, we'll have a little look, we'll head over to Nadine in a bit and we'll see how she's used them. But as you can see here, you can just pop them on top of your bead to give them a truly interesting finishing look. 925 sterling silver you're getting in this, and 4 strands for £21.95. What a great price on that. Congratulations for getting those. And do not forget, we have got double figures just. We've got 12, 11. We've got 11 of your wire bundles left, so please do get that quickly if you want it. We're going to head over to Nadine to see what she's created with this 4-strand bundle with the 7,925 sterling silver beading tops you've got. You really have created a huge selection here, haven't you?
Yes, yeah.
My favourite in particular, well, I don't know if it's my favourite actually, but it stands out to me, is this necklace.
Thank you.
Isn't that wonderful? And it looks so intricate and so difficult. Was it difficult?
It takes a while, and it's a technique that I'll show you, but it is straightforward.
I really like about this as well is that it's so chic at the moment, it's so in fashion at the moment to have these headdresses, and this as a piece.
You could.
Look. Isn't that pretty? As a piece, obviously you could take it down slightly, but as a piece in itself, as a nighttime wear, maybe you're used to wearing the headbands, no need to with these. And obviously a wonderful necklace also. Now, what are you going to be showing us?
I will show you how to do that.
Yes, good. So we can all have a go at home. So where are we going to start off with this?
Right, well, I've made that as a necklace. You can also make it shorter and have it more as a, I've just dropped my wire, excuse me.
Don't worry.
As a choker. What I'll do is I'll show you the start. I'll show you how to do the these bits here.
Almost the vines or the buds coming out of your flower vine.
And the flower, and then I'll show you how to finish it. I won't do the whole one because it takes rather a while, but I'll show you it in stages. That's all right.
Wonderful. Okay, yeah, and absolutely fantastic. You can show us on here.
Yeah. Right. I'll pop my glasses on again. Right, I've taken 2 bits of wire, really very long, because you can splice wire in, but it's best to actually get as much as you feel comfortable to work with. Probably taken a bit too much for working in here, but
it's fine,
we'll have
don't
a go.
worry.
And one really long piece of wire, fold it over, and one other piece of wire that will blend in a minute.
Okay.
And I do suggest that the other piece that you take, the separate piece that you haven't folded over, you make a lot longer. And the reason for that is that if you think of like the Shambhala bracelets and the macrame,
yeah,
one of them's going to do a lot more work, or you've got the possibility to use that one when the others get shorter to do a lot more work, because that flower will take a lot of wire.
Okay.
So if you use one longer, and then be aware of which strands you're using as you make the necklace, and make sure you don't run out on one strand or the other.
I see.
So
can I just check with you, sorry to interrupt, what gauge are we talking?
0.6.
0.6, so you have got that in your bundle.
If you use 0.8, I think you'd find it quite tough on your hands. And by the time it's been done, it's tripled up on the wire because I plait it and it's been twisted, so it's strong.
Yeah.
So what I do to start is I find the centre I go to the end and I coil the wire as I showed to do the spider legs, just a straight coil. On the end is the best place to do it, then slide it up to the middle, because if you try and do it in the middle, you've just got wire everywhere.
Okay.
So I've done that, and I've put that about, 3 inches, would you say, 2.5,
yeah,
3?
Probably, yes.
And this is for your clasp. And I always start with the hook end. And the reason for that is because then I've got a nice smooth hook with no wires left sort of protruding. We can cope with that better on the circle end on the clasp. Just push it together. If you can with your fingers, I think you get a little bit more control. So that's going to be the basis of a hook. Now what I then do is bind it together using a little bit of a tail that I left. This was 0.4 that I used to bind it with. So leaving that tail, you can then twist it together. But at this point I also, let's twist it first and then I'll add in the extra wire and show you.
Okay.
First of all, I think we can get rid of this tail because it's in the way now.
So that was just anchoring you on, wasn't it?
That was just anchoring on, yes. So we can get rid of that, and we go round as neat as you can, keeping it. If you prefer to hold it in pliers, that will help if you find it difficult to keep it straight. So that's now anchored that together to make the hook. I now get the extra piece of wire, because we do need 3 working strands on this, and I will bring that in and bind it in as well.
And is that a 0.6 again?
It's exactly the same wire, yes.
Fantastic.
So get it as flush as you can to there and just carry on binding around. You can always cut any off at the end.
And how much tension are you putting on that?
A lot. Pulling it tight.
To keep it nice and
Yeah.
uniformed.
Yeah. Then that is secure. Check it is. Yeah, that's secure. And just to make absolutely sure, you can use these jaw pliers or ordinary pliers and just squish it down, as everybody says. That's now very solid. Now at the end we just shape the hook, but I'll leave that till we've done the clasp, just to make sure they're similar size.
I see.
All we're going to do is bend it back and put a little kink on it. Now, I tend to leave these. I don't like to get rid of wire until I've finished.
Just in case.
Just in case, yeah. You can always put another piece on, but it's easier if you've got the same one. Right, what we do now is I've put some beads on just to make it a little bit quicker. You will use all 3 strands, bringing the beads up, again one by one. It's really the tiara technique we're going to do. So first of all, to get into it, I start plaiting the wire, just a simple plait, which is like I used to do when I was little, when I had plaits at school. You get a middle strand, your left one goes over the middle, that then becomes the middle, the right one goes over that one, which is the middle. So you're always just crossing over to the middle each time. Yeah, so left over the middle, the left becomes the middle, right over the middle, the right becomes the middle.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can see that.
Now we slide a bead up, it doesn't matter which strand you're on, just make sure it's on the outside. It can be the left or the right, but unless you want it on the necklace itself, if you want them to be at the side like I've done, make sure it's one of the outer strands that you pull the bead up on. And then it's quite straightforward tiara technique. So you get the wire, take the two pieces together and you simply twist.
So this is how you're creating these little buds, like little flower buds coming off the vine section.
That's it. That's exactly what we do.
And the twist we showed you at the very, very start, just so you know, it will be finished off soon, but it's this section here.
And what you have to be aware of is as you plait, it does get twisted, so you do need to just keep straightening it out. Sorry, I have to do it over here. So that's your first one, and you just carry on doing whichever ones you want. You can either add a separate one in there, I'll show you that, to get two on the same stem. So if you wanted a second one at this point, bring it up. You haven't yet gone back to the necklace. You bring it up, twist it again. And then when you meet the point where the other one started twisting, get both of them together and twist. And that makes it one stem.
Fantastic.
It's actually already starting to curl, so you're getting a shape coming anyway, but you can force it to do what you want on that sense. Then,
now, oh really sorry, you continue.
Okay, then you've got a loose wire here. If it starts to look messy, can you see what I mean? It's coming over the top of the beads. If that's going to be in the way, just take it underneath the beads and then bring it back and plait like that. That makes it a lot neater. So you're just really keeping the wire in the right place, underneath, out the way.
Now I just want to let you know out there that we are going to do something really special with this price now, okay? The reason being, we are so low on the wire, which means that we've sold a huge amount of wire. So we want you who've bought the wire to be able to create this, because obviously this is a wire heavy piece, isn't it? So if you've bought the wire, we want you to be able to afford to create these pieces with that 4-strand kit with the 7,925 sterling silver. So we're going to do something special with this price. It's going to price slash, so that you all have the chance of owning it. Nothing's changing. We're not taking a strand out. We're not giving you less 925 sterling silver. We're just giving you a little treat. £19.95. It was over £30 originally, so you're making a really great saving there of around £10. Sorry for interrupting.
No,
continue.
So I'll just do another couple to show again. I've brought a pink one up this time, one of the little pinks. And again, twisting it, twisting it, twisting it. And I'll bring that straight back into the necklace as a single this time. So now I've got the 3 wires. Make sure that you're straight with the wires again, and then start plaiting again. So left over the middle, right over the middle, left over the middle, then right over the middle, and then left, right. And it's really random, however you want to do it. If you want to do it asymmetric, which is what I've done in the necklace, but I have done an example of the symmetric version on the bracelet. So if people like to have order, I've done the same technique using the twisting on that bracelet.
And you're keeping the plait on this quite loose, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Why is that? Why are you not doing it tight? Is it to give it this organic appeal?
I think it would be quite hard to do it tight and get it even as well, but I just like the way it flows. It's like a vine going through.
It's exactly, that's why I like it.
That's the kind of look I wanted.
Yeah.
And I think if you start to pull the wire very tight, it starts to sort of look a bit rigid.
Yeah.
And the same with the pearl. I love these pearls. These are beautiful pearls. They're really good size. So
have you seen those new pearls we've got coming up?
Nope.
There's something a little bit special.
Again, twisting it in. And it's as straightforward as that, and you just do as many as you want, or as few as you want. Now, one of the tips I'd give is that round the back of the neck, you maybe don't want too many sticking up too high, because every time you move your neck it would stick into you. So you can always bend them once you've done it. You can bend them down, bend them away. And if you really wanted to, you could actually bend them to the other side, like that. So if you have put it on the wrong side, you can just bend it behind.
I see.
But I tended to go with the shorter on the back, on the neck and the top
them.
layer, and the longer drops on the bottom to give it that sort of shape. Right, so that's how you do the basic twisting of the beads. Now I'll show you what we do. Probably got too much wire here actually. I think I'll cut some off if that's all right.
Congratulations if you are managing to get this kit with a massive £10 saving on this 4-strand bundle, including your 925 sterling silver. Congratulations at getting that for the price slash. And don't forget, if you bought the black and white kit earlier, do feel free to do a little bit of monochrome with that as well.
I mean, this is the one thing, you have to have patience with this because it does need detangling as you go. But
Wire does have a mind of its own sometimes.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. What I've done for that necklace, I've done about 9 inches till you get down to the flower. But if you wanted a choker, do 7 inches. That's 7 inches from the base of the clasp to the flower, to the centre of the flower. That was the measurements I did. When you come to do the flower, make sure you leave a fair bit of a plait, unless you want the gemstones to go underneath the flower. That then makes the flower sit in the middle. If I did the flower straight away after one of the twists, they'd all be on top of each other. So,
just having a little look at the length of it. So you're going for around this, which is kind of, it's just below your collarbone, isn't it, where the main section of it starts, really.
It's quite good for Christmas little black dresses with low cut.
I like that, yeah.
Right, when it comes to doing the flower, I take the longer of the 2 wires and I just anchored it round just there, so that we've got a starting point. Actually, if you can excuse me, I've just got to dive down.
Yeah.
Grab this. Now this is a tool I use a lot. Got it from JM. And you can do these flowers freehand. You just literally shape them with your fingers. But what I did to get them fairly similar in size is to loop round here. So I did the first petal going round the oval on the mandrel, like that, to get my size there. And that was it. And then I literally just anchor it around the wire into place.
If you do want this mandrel that Nadine has just used, then the information is at the bottom of the screen for you, £2.95.
And of course it's getting tangled again, so we detangle. It is quite a long bit of wire. Oh, if you get a kink in your wire like I have just here, just go back on it. Yeah, just go back on it, pull it out, and then you can straighten it using these. Quite a good technique. Right. As I say, there is a lot of wire involved in this, and that is the most thing that
I presume it's slightly easier to do if you're at home and not stood in a studio with lots of boxes, by the way, and wires underneath that are getting tangled around the wire. So I presume it's slightly easier at home.
Yes.
Probably still a bit muddly though.
Well, I just tend to put my wires out of place when I'm doing this and anchor them on something.
I see, yeah.
That makes life a bit easier. There's your second petal. So you literally just, each time, just, again, you can twist it there. That makes it a bit smaller, so be careful of that. But twist it and twist it round. It's a lot easier at home, I must admit. Making it look very difficult, and it's not. Each time you're just anchoring a petal into place, like that. Yeah. So if I crack on and I'll do the others.
If you have got a text for Nadine. Please do feel free to text us in if it's any tips maybe you want, or perhaps you're interested in where she got inspiration from. Do feel free to text in. Start your text with JM Studio, one word, 60777. We do like hearing from you, our JM family. Welcome her to the broom.
I'm going to cut those off for the sake of the demo.
But you would keep them longer at home?
I would keep them longer at home, but they're getting in the way because I've got things down here. It's hard to. So I've kept the long one. So anchoring round again. That. Then we go for the fifth one here. And take the mandrel right up to the base. Pull the wire around so you've got the basic shape. Slide off and anchor. I hope this is making sense to people.
Yeah, I'm following it.
Good. And then you're on the last one, because I do 5. And they say nature's always uneven, so 5 or 7. That's what I always look to do. Then again round there to the base again. And this isn't obviously as perfect as I would take if I was taking a lot more time. But that's the basis of your flower, and that's been quite quick to do.
That was really quick.
So that's, and if the petals, you can actually shape them if you wanted a shape on them. You could just tweak them in, but I leave them as a flower. You could make them as more of a leaf shape if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, of course, tweaking them at the end. Let me just show you what Nadine's created here. Really simply using this mandrel, whose information is at the bottom of the screen, £2.95. Now, you were saying to me earlier that you do have a metal mandrel, but you actually use this more often. Why is that?
It's the shapes. I mean, that's done the petals. I do earring findings a lot, and I use these loops here, or sometimes the ovals. I've used well, almost jump rings with the triangles as well. So I find it really, really useful. The metal one is good if you're making a ring, because you can hammer onto it and pull the wire around. But this one's great. And you can make a ring on it, but not a huge size. I think that's the largest one. But it's great. That's probably the tool I use the most.
Really?
Wow. I didn't think I would when I got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really good.
Oh, congrats. So, we've done the flower.
Right, now what I decided to do is to put one of the big purple ones, lilac really.
This is the lavender amethyst that you're getting here. You're getting a high carat amount in that.
That is absolutely beautiful, and I just pop it on the centre, and again it just literally is wrapping it round to anchor it into place. So it goes round like that, and that's your bead in the middle. You could do a small flower if you wanted to use like 5 flowers, like I did in the little bracelet, 5 flowers with a different one in the centre. That's effective as well if you want to put that in there and then make these into leaves. I've done that.
Oh, wonderful.
So there are variations you can do. Right. If I just finish this, show the clasp, and then I'll show you what I did with the petals, if that's the
not
best
a problem.
option. So we plait again, and at this point you would obviously add some more of these on as you go. So let's assume we've reached the end of the necklace here, and I want to do the clasp. So what I do now is take 0.4 again, snips, and I would just, I'd take one wire out of the way actually, because we're looking for a fairly delicate, and the other end had 2 wires, so I would now take one out of the way, and I would start wrapping to make it manageable. I would start wrapping to, again, the same idea as before. and you slide it down as you work to get a nice even finish. So I'll just quickly do that.
And again, keeping that tension nice and taut.
Yeah, that's right.
To give it this uniformed appearance.
Again, at home, taking the time. I'm rushing it a bit here to get it done.
Whilst you're doing that, Debbie in Guildford has a question. Hi Debbie, thank you for texting in. Thank you. Go on Debbie. Can you do this with a different gauge wire for the wrapping, for the petals, sorry?
Yes, you could do.
So you've used the 0.6.
I've used 0.6, but I've used it all on the one strand. If you wanted a different gauge wire, you'd have to add it in, but you can just splice it in as you go along or wrap it round and start. You won't see it underneath, so you could use anything, yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for texting in. Do feel free to text in JM Studio 60777.
More. This isn't the neatest. I do take a lot longer at home.
Oh, don't worry. No, don't worry. You are under time constraints here. I've got another text through from Russell. He says, we love Nadine already in our household.
Thank you. That's good.
He hates spiders, apparently, but yours are very beautiful. That's like me. I can't stand spiders. But I might hang one on my tree now after seeing that.
There is a folklore that says they bring luck. That spiders
well,
are
money
good luck.
spiders. Apparently, if a money spider lands on your hand,
yes,
you're meant to get money coming to you.
Right, I'll do. That's probably about enough to do. That'll be quite a big loop.
Yep. Oh, Spidey, Spidey. Spider deck, spider deck.
It's hidden away a bit on that tree. There's so much on there.
I know, it's a busy little tree. That made me feel a bit seasick, to be honest. Reminds me of being on the ships.
Right, and again, this is where I can use my mandrel to shape a loop, to bring it round as, there we go. And that's got a loop for your necklace. And now you bind it together, and that's as simple as that. And here I will use the thicker wire because it's spare anyway from the extra strand, and it just gives that extra binding because we've actually got the end of the wire here.
I see, yeah.
And then you can do a little spiral with what's left.
Wonderful.
So, shall I show you that quickly?
Yeah, please.
Because that will then hide the wire. You could do one at both ends. Whoops. So if I loop that over like that, little loop like that, and then, oh, wrong pliers, the flat nose, just literally just twist it, twisting your hand on the wire and holding it in the pliers. I don't know if you can see that well.
Yeah, no, you can from above, that's quite good.
Just keep going and you get a nice little spiral.
And you are keeping it. It's completely touching, isn't it? There's no gaps in that. Is that a technique you need to perfect, or is it something that kind of comes naturally from the wire?
Well, you always go with the way the wire is. So if it's bending one way, go with the bend.
Okay.
That's really important, otherwise you're fighting it.
Right.
And I think maybe a bit of practice, but it is, as long as you keep the tension and you go slow, the technique is not to rush it, which I'm doing now, but actually this one's come fine. Just take your time, and if it does look like it's going over, like that, say it's gone over, just make sure you pull it out and pull it back round.
And is the wire, has it got enough strength? Is it okay if perhaps I messed up 3 or 4 times? Would it be okay to unshape it and ravel it back?
Yes, but if you do it too much, it will show some kinks.
Yeah.
I don't know, if I'd done that, one option I might consider is unravelling it if you've not got too much done and just using your straighteners.
Using your nylon pliers.
Yeah. and then we just bend it round the front, and there it is. It's hidden.
Oh, I love that. I love little details like that. I think it really does.
Hang on, my hands
it's
are in the
what
way.
grabs the interest, isn't it? Oh, I know it's confusing, isn't it? The camera. You move one way thinking it's going to go one way, but it doesn't. It's the opposite. It's like looking in a mirror. Very confusing. That's wonderful. So can I just show you that on the back of the necklace, the section we've just created there? It would be this part here. And you can see there as well, we've got the little twisty detail.
Right, so just to very quickly.
So we're going to show the hook now, which is this section here, how you create that hook effect. Okay?
So again, actually can use the mandrel again. You get the end that we've already made with the hook and just bend it over so you've got that sort of shape.
Almost a shepherd's crook shape.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. Just make sure, whoops, she said bend again. Then just take the flat pliers and kink the edge out. Again, keeping them together. Kink it like that.
And this might be a silly question, but why do you apply the kink at the end? Is that to add security, or is it just a nice feature?
For me, it's a feature. I don't think it actually does much to the security.
But it is a nice feature, a little delicate tick on the end.
Because your actual loop is going to hook in there. It's gone a bit, sorry. Again, just make sure it's even. And that will then hook into there, like that.
Wonderful.
So you need to make sure that you've got a hook that's going to go through that kink. If not, just flatten the kink down a bit, or don't do a kink. As you say, you don't have to, but I think it looks better. And you can just tweak it there at the base. Just tweak it out again. It's just a feature.
That's wonderful. I really do like that. I like because it's so easy to create a piece and think, oh, it's the back, no one's going to notice, but they do. When they pick it up at the stand, you do notice the back and you are looking at it. So little techniques like that, giving you this really professional finish, but as you've shown, not that difficult really, is it?
No, I use that technique a lot, and not always wrapped, sometimes just with wire and hammered wire. Is good. So
that's wonderful.
I'll
just show you all of these together, just so you can see them on my hand. Don't forget, we're getting all of these in the pack, as well as your 7925 bead endings, the little bead star caps. 390 carats of the lavender, 210 of the amethyst drops, 90 of your rose quartz, and this stunning strand of Baroque pearls. And don't forget, this was meant to be over £30 originally. We knocked it down to £21.95, and then because we were so low on the wire, and because we wanted you at home to be able to create this, we knocked it down even further to £19.95. We do have single figures of the wire left, 300 meters, so really important if you want to get it. We are in single figures. Info is at the bottom of the screen. It's YFGC14, and you'll get in the silver color in the 3 different gauges, your 0.8, your 0.6, and your 0.4, 100 meters each. Don't forget, we have got under £10 coming up soon. Exciting. So have we finished? Yeah, you're going to wrap the... So if we have a look, it's almost a mesh effect you've created in a way.
Yes.
On the flower, the centre section.
Yeah, what I've done is I've avoided zigzagging. Because originally that's what I did, and I thought it looks better if you don't. So again, it's just anchoring your wire on, and this time I just go around the central bead to start.
So we're anchoring it, just twirling it around the centre stone.
Or underneath if you wanted to, whichever's easiest. It's 0.4 wire, and what I do, actually cut a bit off, it's a bit long for demo, because I won't It's got a mind of its own, this one. Right. You wouldn't normally be so near the clasp as well, which is... So I literally take it around the leaf. This is quite fiddly to get started. Get round the leaf there. Again, tension's important. And take it round a second time to get it anchored. Then I go across, and it doesn't matter whether you go over or under really, but you're going to, I'll take it under for the sake of this, and then what I do is wrap around to anchor. Again, you take a lot of time getting the tension right. And then I do a second one, but it doesn't necessarily go on top of the first. I'm moving slightly up the leaf so I can go across. I knew this would be the fiddliest bit to demonstrate because it's a little bit fiddly to get started.
That's okay, don't worry.
This was probably the most time-consuming bit of the necklace. If it's on top, go. That's come on top, so I'm going to go round once again. Sorry, this is. You can leave it without the wrapping. I've got some I've done at home that I've just left as leaves, just plain leaves, and they look pretty. So you don't have to do this bit.
We are on limited stock now for this kit, so please get it in now. Was originally over £30, price lash for you today to less than 20. Please do get in now if you want it, because we are on limited stock.
So you're going across again, coming across, just literally wrapping round each side and moving up the leaf as you go. I think it probably took me an hour to do the wrapping on the flower to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
It you know, just to take time. I mean, this is doing it really quickly here. A second time. It's really judging when you need to do a second wrap to move up, how you want them to space. It's totally freehand, so it's up to, it's up to.
And although this section of the weaving of the petals, although that did take you an hour, what I would say just from looking at it is it's quite good because you're not dealing with like a tiny pinhole area that you've got to try and work in and out. So you're not squinting at it. It is a large area that I imagine, I'm not sure, you tell me, after a while do you almost get into the rhythm of it?
Yes, yeah, you do. I mean, you could do it in half an hour, but I wanted to take a bit of care on that as well to show, but I did it in front of the telly, so.
Oh, that's my favourite place.
So
to craft.
it's not something that's going to take your time up that you can't do anything else with.
What were you watching on telly when you created this flower?
It was Atlantis. I was
Atlantis?
looking at their jewellery. I love the jewellery on Atlantis. Yes.
Now, I did have that saved, but I missed like 3 and I decided to delete it.
Yep, I did
Is
that
it
last night. I was panicking so I wouldn't get it done in time. That was
And
the last thing I
Atlantis
did.
calmed you.
Well, I did everything else and I left the flower because I thought if I didn't get the chance to do it, then I could show it as a flower.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I'm determined to do it. So there I was watching Atlantis weaving away.
Oh.
There. So it's just weaving up and down the flower. And then when I get to the top, because you don't want it all to slide off,
Yeah.
I bring it, I bring it up through, anchor it there, come back to the other side of it and anchor on the other side. So I've gone round the top of that one I've just done at the top, and now I'm anchoring around the other bit. And then I start weaving it back through the gaps just to secure.
And are you anchoring on each time?
Yeah, and
Fantastic.
I'll anchor this top one as well at the other side. So I bring it in, it's kinking again. Oh, wow, it's difficult to work with when it decides to kink. And just go. I can't see through it. Just anchor it on the top. And then start going back down, and when you find a gap, just go across, find another gap, come back and anchor it at the bottom.
So that's keeping it all in place, but is it also adding a bit of strength and a bit of detail?
It's filling in the gaps, really. You do it quite loose going up, come back, fill in the gaps. And you can either carry on with the same piece of wire onto the next flower, just anchor it around the base of the next flower and carry on, or anchor it and cut and start with a new piece for your next petal.
And for this one, again, this might be a bit of a silly question, but it's just how my mind works. Did you count how many times you'd been across so everyone was the same, or did you just flow with it?
Just flow with it. You could, if you wanted it to be totally symmetrical, you could.
Mm-hmm. But you just went for it.
Yeah, well, that's probably why it took me an hour, because I was watching TV and just going with the flow, but probably kept stopping to watch the telly. And
oh, something gory's happening.
So that's it.
That's wonderful. I really like this piece because it has got this delicate feel to it, even though you've got so much wire. Sometimes wire pieces can feel quite heavy and chunky, can't they? But this has got that lovely delicate appearance to it.
I like it.
So when you saw this kit, obviously these lovely hues you've got together, is there anything that instantly came to your mind?
Well, it was that sort of mixing the pearls with the amethyst. I just love doing that. I love using pearls. I just think they lift jewellery, they make it so special. And I was just determined to get some pieces with a good mixture of them.
I love how you've used the silver beaded star caps on this pair of earrings.
Oh yes, just very simple.
I just want to show you these because they're so delicate, but they almost look like little Fabergé eggs captivated in this 925 sterling silver. So really simply, how did you, is it as simple as it looks?
Yes, it is.
Head pin,
thread on the cap, thread on the bead, head pin, pearl, loop.
That is fantastic, isn't it? What a lovely selection. And I like this ring too.
Yes. I created the ring first and then put it onto the wire before I wound it around the shank.
Isn't that cool?
It's the same idea of the 5 beads, then go through the middle, add the second one, and then with the 0.4 wire, I think it is, excuse me, can I just... Yeah, it's 0.4 wire, I just wrapped around each of the stones.
And how many times have we done it at the back? Just twice?
Twice, yeah.
I'm gonna have a go at putting it on. Oh! See, this is why I don't try jewellery on, because I put it on and then I want to keep it, but I'm not allowed to. Oh, I feel like throwing a strop. Have a look at this on my hands. That is a standout piece, isn't it? Quite trendy, but because of the colours you're using, really classical as well.
Yeah.
Statement piece. How did you weave this over the top?
Just anchoring it, moving onto the bead, anchoring it after that, moving over the bead, anchoring it, moving over the bead.
So you're moving over the bead?
It's similar to what I've got on here. It's wrapping, going across,
your bracelet, yeah. This isn't part of the kit, but just have a look at her bracelet for me.
It just shows the technique on a bigger bead.
We have actually had a question in about your jewellery.
All right.
Oh, we've had a few in.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much for texting in your questions about this, but we've had a couple of people asking, have you made this all yourself?
Yes.
Both of these pieces. If you can pop your hands here so that we can have a little look at your bracelet and your ring together. That ring is stunning.
That was from a masterclass.
Stop it.
Yep, that was one I tried after watching a masterclass. I think it was Rachel or Laura, I can't remember which one, it's one of the two.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've got to have a go at that.
What a wonderful piece that is.
I was very pleased with it, and that was my first attempt at doing it.
Was it?
Yes. That style of ring. Yeah, following that masterclass, yes.
That's amazing. My first attempts never looked like that. So what inspires you when you're creating ideas? What would you say your style is, if you see what I mean? Some people might say it's the outdoors, some people, where's your inspiration from?
Well, I think it's going to change. I've always had a load of beads in a stash and I think, oh yes, I'll put that with that and that will work with that, and I've got in mind something I want to create, whether it's something plain and simple, maybe if I'm selling at craft fairs or something, I want something that's sellable but isn't, you know, the price has got to be realistic, so I've got to think about how many beads. Or recently, having been given these kits, I think I'm going to use the kits in future. I think the beads they give me a challenge, putting the ones you have to use together, and I'm really, really happy with doing that, and I was really thrilled. I mean, that monochrome, when I first heard I was getting monochrome, I thought, oh dear, what am I going to do? I loved working with it.
Did you?
I loved it, and I think I will not split the kits up anymore. I will have a go at using them as they come, because I think it's a really good way to get your imagination going.
I like that tip. Why don't you at home become the inspirational designer, get a kit and make yourself just use that kit?
Yeah, because you tend to pick what you want to work together, and you tend to pick the shapes that will go together, whereas sometimes the challenge is that all these shapes are different, and it's how to get them to work together.
I really like that. I just want to point out as well, these earrings, which you've already said are ridiculously easy, but I just think, wow, they have got this truly expensive and boutique vibe to them. I really, really like them.
Just using these?
Just using those, just with your round nose pliers. Yeah. Is this a... So this is on a strand of wire, isn't it? Sorry, I'm snosying down here.
Yes, it
is a strand of wire, isn't it? And what is that 0.6?
Yes, it will be. Or is it a 9.8?
Or is it?
I can't remember.
But really simple looping on that, isn't
That's
it?
That's 0.8.
I love that you look at it and go, oh, I'm not really sure. Half a second of a touch. Yep, I know exactly what that is.
Well, I've been working with all 3 gauges such a lot recently.
So you know, you absolutely know. At the bottom of the screen, just to let you know, there is the monochrome magic, that first kit we had. So if you do want to work with it, I've got them here, I think. These are just the ones that we had on earlier. We have still got some of these left. And this had a huge carat weight to it, including your cashew pearls, as well as the agates. Both in the plain rounds, and also with these faceted baby ones and the plain rounds. And you've got your 2 different sizes of your crackled quartz. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strands, you were paying just £24.95. So we have still got some of those available if you want to go for them. Now, can I just ask you, I'm throwing things around here today, a bit messy today. These, is this the same technique?
Yes.
But in a pair of earrings?
Yeah, exactly the same.
So just explain to me how we did those.
I did a double twist with the pearl and the amethyst, and one top tip is make them together or you'll never get them the same length. I had 2 disasters before I got them the right length.
Oh really? So what do you mean when you say do them together?
Well, do one and start twisting it. For example, here, you can see you'd need to do what if you've got that one there.
Yeah.
I'll do it on the earrings.
That's all right. Have a little look if we just show you the technique on this, on the necklace she created.
If you do one with the wire twisted to there, you do the next one and you do the wire twisted to the same point, so they are the same length. You then get the second bead, you twist it on, and you get both earrings, you put the bead at the same point to twist. Okay. So you're getting 2 identical that you're twisting at the same time.
Yes.
So I did 2 together. I'd had quite a long piece of wire, and then I literally twisted the third on separately. Just held it there and just started twisting them all. I did a small twist first, sorry, got a twist first, and then I just twisted all 3 together. Like I did the double, then I'd just do a third wire coming out and start twisting it so you've got all 3 together.
That is wonderful. What a beautiful set, actually. With the bracelet and this necklace. What a fantastic little set. with your earrings and your necklace and your bracelet. What a lovely little set. Now, tell me the truth. Bearing in mind that this has been price slashed from over £30 to under 20, but worry not about that. Truthfully, how much would you sell this set for at, say, a craft fair?
Well, if I was doing it at what I would call an upmarket craft fair, I would probably charge 25 for that alone, 25 to 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So just for the necklace?
Yeah, I think you could, because of the work that's in it, and because it's it's something you can stand on the stall and people would see it. And I have sold similar, and people come up and it's a talking point. It draws them to the stall, so it's been quite good. If I'm doing school fairs and things, obviously it would have to probably be a bit more realistic.
Yeah.
But no, at the good craft fairs, yeah, no reason why you couldn't.
So you really can make your money back on this, impossibly just selling one of these pieces. Another one I want to show, purely because we've got the gold colour. I just want to show you how gold works and what a different pop and a different warmth and a different feel it gives with the gold. This is your rose gold that you've used on here, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that just a really simple stranding?
Yeah. I just wanted to use the different gemstones together. And that would make a nice necklace because the drop, they would all drop down.
Oh, because of the drop amethyst?
Yes.
I've just noticed how unusual it is how the drop amethyst is stranded. They really are drilled in unusual areas so that you do get the flatness of the top and then a really soft triangular shape inwards.
That's one thing actually. If you're going to be making more, say that piece you can put any shape on, any type of drill, but I picked ones that were going to drop in a similar way for that.
I see.
Yeah, I picked those out of the kit and the earring ones out of the kit first.
Oh, I like. Sneaky tip there. So you managed to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. And is this what you had left?
No, I didn't have quite that much, but there was quite a bit left.
So, and you've only actually used, of these 925 sterling silver, you've only actually used 4 of these in these designs, haven't you?
Yes.
Don't forget you are getting 7 of those. So you can make quite a big range of things if you had a little bit left over.
Yeah, no, I had a lot left over. This is just a bit of the demo kit, so I've got more to
play with.
More to play with.
Thank you so much for showing us that. We will be back for the challenge.
I've got to get started.
Got to get started. It's all right, I'll fill. We will be coming back to Nadine for her challenge. We'll have a little look what she played with, the 3 strands she got to choose earlier. And as well as that, we are going to be bringing you some true stocking fillers for £10 and less after this very short break.
Tune into Jewellery Maker for our Miss It, Miss Out show. Every day between 5 and 9 PM on Freeview Channel 50. Don't miss it or you'll miss out.
Book now to take part in The Experience. Take a behind-the-scenes tour of our TV studios, meet the presenters, and learn about gemstones and jewellery. The price of £169 includes an overnight stay at the picturesque White Swan Hotel, a buffet lunch, refreshments, and a 3-course dinner. Dates are limited, so call or email us now for an experience you'll never forget.
You can now watch clips from Jewellery Maker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Join Jewellery Maker and specialist guest designer Louise Jacobson for our basic wirework course. This class is suitable for complete beginners who wish to learn simple wire wrapping techniques to create stunning structural designs. Louise will teach you all the essential skills to get started, including basic spirals, double connectors and much more. The full course includes a range of different wire gauges, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a chance to meet the presenters and a visit to our Gemstone museum. All of this for just $69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Join us on Jewellery Maker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to be Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us today for Designer Inspirations. Now, I've got a few bundles for you, and then we're really going to kick in with £10 and under. So perfect if you're scraping the bottom of your purse at the moment. That is going to be the time for you. And don't forget, we're going back over to Nadine soon to have a little look what she's created in her designer challenge. But let's start off with a bundle. Unusual in a good way. I've not seen this before. You may well have done. I certainly haven't. This is your mixed metal pewter charm and brass spaces. Now, let's start off with the charming charms. My little cowboy boot, line dance away. How cute are they? The detail on them as well, sorry, you can't properly see this, but it's a almost holly leaf effect on each side of the boots. So a little bit festive, a bit of a festive cowboy boot. Oh my goodness, my dad went through a phase of being obsessed with cowboy boots, so much so that we had a glass cabinet that we kept all of our nice china in, and he removed the china and put in a pair of cowboy boots. Kid you not. He's over that phase now. It's gone. We've also got, add a little bit of sunshine into your life with this other little charm. What a beautiful sunshine. Now, I don't want to name names, but, oh, the sunshine doesn't want to come out. I don't want to name names, but there is a very well-known charm bracelet brand. Think of a unusual box, and one of my friends got a star-shaped charm last year for her birthday. We bought it for her from this brand, and I can guarantee you that it was nowhere near the price of what you're going to be paying today. We were high up, double figures, over £50. As well as that, you're getting these brass spacers in all of these different sizes. Now, sorry to interrupt, Nadine. I know you're squirreling away with your challenge, but can I just ask you, what would you use these for? Obviously, they're spacers, but they're really unusual, aren't they?
I think I'd put them on a necklace as a feature, as connectors on the necklace, because they would make us, especially with something like those, you know, the black.
The monochrome kit we had earlier.
That would be lovely.
And I do like the idea of inlaying, perhaps you could do some silver clay in the middle, or perhaps you could do some polymer in the middle. Make them into cuff links, make them into earrings. Your price on this today, £8.95. And you know what? These, just so you know, do have the holes on either side so that you can thread through really easily. So, isn't that handy? For perhaps you could create a really, really modern earring from that. Possibly using some head pins and some eye pins to create a chandelier effect. Very Great Gatsby, which of course massive film this year, but also a huge influence for Giorgio Armani this year in the autumn winter collection. So you're getting 6 of those spacers and you're getting the 2 charms for less than a tenner, £8.95. Let's go bundle crazy. Wire. Are we wiring? Wire not. That didn't work at all. At least I admit it though. At least I admit it. I don't think I'm funny, so it's okay. We've got here for you the 2 separate gauges of your gold colour wire. Now, the base one we've got is your 1mm, and you've got 100 metres worth of this. We haven't had any 1mm on the show yet, so do get in on this if you're running out. And we also have another gauge we haven't had a lot of, is the 0.25 gold colour. Now you're getting 100 metres of each. As usual, please do not let the spools fool you, because you have got 100 metres on each. It's just because of the gauge difference, the different spool sizes. So there is 100 of each. So you're getting 200 metres of your gold wire for £32.95. Now the 1mm is fantastic for your structural pieces, for your big bases, and the 0.25 for your intricate weaving. I don't know if you saw, can I grab a bird? Do you mind? Thanks. Just want to show you this. I'm sure you've seen it before, but just for the colour range, but also for the width. We used on this the 1mm as the structural section of this little Christmas tree direction. And by the looks of things, we've used a 4mm on this, which is great if you bought that bundle earlier with the 4mm. But the 1mm, very much the structural look. If you are new to jewellery making, that is something you can create just using this wire. £32.95 for 200 metres of your gold colour wire. Let's go root down the back of your sofa. What are you finding? I find dog treats a lot, actually, and crumbs and a few pennies. What do you find down the back of your sofa?
Money, hopefully.
Money.
My husband
Good.
sits there, his pockets fall out. The kids get it first, usually.
I love that. Sneaky, sneaky. I love the children getting in there first. Have a little root. If you've got some money down the back of your sofa, save it, because you might be able to buy something with it in this section. It's all under £10. What? Under £10. On my left or on my right? My left is this side. I've not seen these before. These are, I know what they are. Oh, I've not seen them though. These are your gum metal, sorry, I'm spilling them everywhere, ribbons. These are your brass findings. Now you're getting 50 pieces on these, and they've got a look to them of, you know, when you rent a tuxedo and the gentlemen have the cufflink sort of inbuilt. It's got that effect to it. It also looks like, now I don't go climbing, but it does look a little bit like something you'd strap yourself onto if you were abseiling down a mountain. This is extreme jewellery making. Your price on these for 50 pieces, don't forget we're under £10. £4.95. Now, I've got to admit I haven't worked with these before, hence the glamorous assistant, star of our show today, Nadine. Can you tell me what you might do with these? These are your gunmetal colour ribbon brass findings. Aren't they unusual?
Yeah, they are.
Have you
Probably
seen
use them
these?
as little spacers.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be quite interesting, especially if you thread the cord through them or something. Just wind it through.
Yeah.
I think that would be effective.
And it does, you can't actually see this. I'm going to turn it for you. Oh, nightmare, sorry. Through the middle, there is a hole through the middle. So it's not that you just have to strand through either side. There is a hole through the middle too. So using it as a spacer, absolutely perfect. So you can see there, that's the hole through the centre and the hole at the top and the bottom in this figure of 8 format. You could chain these together. Whose idea was that? Ben, nice work, Ben. You could just chain these together. Ben, would you wear these as a chain together look? Would you genuinely, or are you just saying that? Oh, you would? No, you genuinely would. I like it because this texture, you know what I'm like, it's odd to say, but sometimes you'll look at a gem or a group of things and you'll instantly think, oh, that's quite male, or that's quite female. These, for me, for some reason, quite masculine, aren't they? Even though they've got that intricate gizmo effect detail, quite masculine and strong. £4.95 for 50 pieces of these ribbon finding. Right, I'll scoop these up for you. I like to keep it tidy. Tidy desk, tidy mind. Okey pokes, where? Oh. I always think Amazonite's quite unusual because everything that I can think of, every gemstone I can think of, its name derives from something to do with its history, to do with where it's mined, to do with where it's found. Amazonite completely ignores that rule. It is named after the Amazon River, but never has it been mined or found in any close proximity to the Amazon River. I can purely imagine that the reason for the name, for this name, is because of these blue hues you're getting. 85 carats. You're gonna love it when you see the price. £7.95. Now, I kid you not, we've got the tassels on the end, which means it's a little bit special, but I kid you not, this is one of the best examples I have seen of Amazonite. You've got this cool, calm, relaxing hue of this delicate blue. You've got internally, within each of them, this really interesting optical effect of almost when the waves crash on the sea, when the waves crash against the beach and you get that white foam, you've almost got a really delicate trace of that inside. These colours are deep and purely opaque, which is something really special about this amount of strength and depth of colour. Think about it honestly, how many other gemstones do you get this colour with this depth of saturation? None. You don't, do you? You don't get this light colour, this delicate green, almost blue aquamarine colour in a way, but because it is Amazonite, you're getting this strength and this saturation and this heavy hue. Ben said something very intelligent then. He said it's almost the perfect turquoise. I completely agree with that. It really is. Congratulations for getting this strand. I was a little bit in awe then, wasn't I? £7.95. Let's move on. Ooh, I'm always a little bit worried about opening these up because I never have a clue what's inside them. Deluxe Gem Selection. Oh, I know what these are. Ooh, these are chunky. Often when we get these scoops, these selections, they're the little nuggets, they're the little chips, but in this, they're not. These are feature pieces we're getting here. The lovely thing with these is you do instantly recognize them. You can see the perfect example of amethyst. This is a truly deep purple, isn't it? You're also getting this fantastic, zesty, citrus, bright, light, fun, lemon quartz. It's wonderful. What a fun and exciting colour you're getting from this. Isn't that a pop of colour? Isn't that like a little drop of sun? How bright. I love the colour yellow, you know. I just think it's such a happy colour, isn't it? In fact, Mr. Happy from Mr. Men, he was yellow, wasn't he? Proof. Maybe that's why I think yellow's a happy colour, who knows? You've also got your rose slippy quartz in this section as well. The wonderful thing with this rose quartz is that you have got a difference in the saturation of each of the ones that you'll find in your pack. You'll see this one here is quite deep. There's a lot, almost completely opaque. But then you do have ones that I can see now that are really light. And I've got to show you, we have got some Praise Light in here. I kid you not. Ooh, it's a slippery little blighter. This Praise Light with this lovely, almost a very light forestry green, almost a pepperminty. You're not really seeing it with this background. I'm really sorry about that. It's these lights as well. But you can definitely, I promise you, I can see the greens in here. Your price on this for 220 carats is £8.95. That is really good. When I'm looking at the mixtures you're getting, they are individual pieces, simple bit of wire wrapping for, let's have a little look, for example, at, as a ring. You see, it's a large size, isn't it? Each piece really does have that depth to it and that size and that weight that you don't often find in these scoops, genuinely, do you? A lot of the time you do just get lots of little chips and nuggets. And, as per usual, Tidy McGee over here, I try so hard to squeeze these in and it's always so hard. Shake it to wake it, let's move some space. I can't fit them all in. I cannot now put the lid on. I can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't put the lid on. I'm going to put this back into my box really carefully. Where are we going? No problem. Did you get this wire? Because if so, we've got the eye pins in the same section of colours. These are your longer lengths of eye pin. Now, what's great about a longer length of eye pin is that you can, of course, do the longer drapes, you can create a longer drop on a necklace, on a charm bracelet, but you can also, if you have excess at the end, you can create some of those wonderful twists that Nadine showed us earlier on the back of her creations. You can also create that. You're getting 20 pieces of this 925 sterling silver. Now, 925 sterling silver, when we talk of that, we mean the highest of quality. Now, you can buy silver that is a higher percentage, that is 95% silver, but we have to mix it with an ore, and that's called Britannia silver. However, because it is so soft, because it is over 95% silver, it's just not workable in jewellery making. It's just not. So this truly is, for jewellery making and for your needs, the highest quality possible. gold plated 925 sterling silver eye pins, 50mm, 20 pieces for £6.95. I don't think I have to keep going on about those because you've worked with eye pins before. If you're new to jewellery making, by the way, I said hi before, thank you for sticking with us. Do grab these because eye pins through a shepherd's hook, thread a few gems on, you're sorted. Pair of earrings, no problem. Think warmth, think citrus, think zesty. That's what you're getting with this. Wonderful lemon quartz. Now I said earlier, didn't I, when we had a little look at the scoop, it makes me feel really happy. The graduation on this, oh my goodness. What's the range on this? We're going from 7x3mm all the way up to 9x3. I would, truthfully, strand this on an elastic, do it as a bracelet with that centerpiece. Hey, also, I want to say, you've got quite a lot left over here. If you did want to create a bracelet, you've got enough to make a pair of earrings easily. 90 carats of this happy, happy days lemon quartz, your price today, £9.95, VK GK 97. Do help yourself to these. These are flying out of the door. I think at this time of year, we can get used to working with the more neutral tones, the more natural tones, the more calming, relaxing things. Maybe even, let's face it, going for safe bets around Christmas season, you know there's going to be lots of whites and lots of blacks and lots of sparkle. But why not add a little bit of pop, add a bit of brightness, colour block, use some yellow in your pieces, draw people in. And you know what it's like. If you've already picked out your Christmas dress, maybe it's something a little bit special, maybe it's something a bit different, but you can't quite find the piece of jewellery, get something that stands out like this. In fact, great for updating old clothes. £9.95. Slight queue on the phones, please do stay with because we have got some treats for you and I want you to make sure you get everything. Oh wow. I've not seen this strand before. I'm almost positive I haven't. Wonderful richness in these. How cooling. The colours to me say willow effect. You know the willow plates you get? The willow, the white and the blue. If you're not sure of the story of the willow plates, it's based around an emperor and he locked his daughter in these intricate patterns, in this blue and white patterned plate, in this maze design, because she fell in love with someone that he didn't feel was suitable. He wanted her to marry a rich and wealthy prince who had a lot of sway in the kingdom, but she wanted to marry someone lower down in her station, and her father refused and locked her in this pattern, in this plate. And the blue, it said, in the willow pattern that you can see exactly in here, was said to represent her sadness and her eternal grief over not being able to meet the love of her life. So these colours have that tones to them, but you've also got a pop of gold in there. The reason I said I've not seen this before is because apparently it's a brand new strand, I've just been told. Brand spanking new, never seen before. So congratulations if you're on the phone to get this. Your price today, brand new strand, £8.95. I cannot guarantee that we're going to have a lot of these left because they are really unusual and there is a queue on the line. Do get in. If you want these, do get in now. brand new strand at £8.95 for 255 carats of your lapis lazuli flat ovals, around 16 by 12 mil. You see those pops of gold? Ooh. Should we get bundly? Who am I thinking of? Sounds like Bundle. He was on with Zippy. Bungle, that's it. Let's go for a bungle bundle. Ooh, try saying that after a mulled wine. Where are we going? Oh, wow. Are we getting both of these? No. But you said 7, correct? No, I've got cords and leather. Should we do cords and leather? Okay, brilliant. We're gonna, let me get these out for you. We've got a selection here of your satin cords. Look at this mixture of colours. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in your cord, your satin cord here. 10 different colours. You've got a peppermint, you've got a sky, you've got a lavender, you've got a salmon, you've got a custard, you've got a peach, you've got a pearly colour, you've got a very light burgundy, and you've got your stereotypical pop of baby pink in there. Loving the code on this already. OMG C68. Now, you're not just getting these. You're not just getting these. Do we know how much these have got on each? Is it a metre? So you're getting 10 metres there of this suede, as well as that. You're getting this lovely pack of your leather cord. Look at all these different colours. In here, you're getting your cerise, you're getting your saffron, you're getting your camel, you're getting your tan, you're getting your limes, you're getting your mints, you're also getting your royal purples. Nadine, have you worked with leather cords ever, or have you seen anything done with them you think's interesting?
I've actually just started having a go because I got some when there was a bundle deal a while back, and I've plaited it. That's quite effective, and I also tried that knot that was demonstrated. It was really good to use with it.
It is really soft. I just wanted to show you the colour of this because I think the bag kind of dulls it out slightly. You can see how bright this is. I've got to tell you the truth, we're already limited stock on this. So I'm going to get your pricing for you. £6.95. That's why it's flying out the door. That is why you're on the phone lines. That is why you're checking out your basket. Please, please, please check out your basket if you're online. I saw a comment on Facebook the other day who said, I can't remember what the strand they'd purchased, but they had a strand in their basket and they didn't click out in time and it got swiped. So please do, as I say, you never go around the supermarket, do you? Do your big shop, your weekly shop, all your cereal, your milk, all of your weekly shop needs, and then just go, I'm just gonna leave my trolley here and go home. You don't do that. So don't do it online. Click to check out to guarantee that it's yours. £6.95 for all of this. What a mixture of colours as well. When you're, sorry Nadine, just interrupting your challenge again.
Sorry.
When you're working with colours, do you prefer the bright colours of the leather, or are you more of a subtle satin cord colour? These kind of pastely colours.
I like to work with both, and I think it depends on the gemstones I've got to work with. But the pastels they have got a lot of uses, sort of the weddings, and kids like pastels as well. But yeah, I work with both. I like both.
That's good. It's good to be able to be versatile, isn't it? On my other side, we're heading over here. But is this back to under a 10? It is indeed. I've just seen the slide behind me. I've not seen this either. 500 carats of Botswana agate in these bi-pyramids. I've not seen this before. They're diamond shape, They're these pyramids, one on top of the other, but they're completely encapsulated in one slice. The wonderful thing about agate is that every piece is completely individual, but so varied. Oh my goodness, that one you're on now, what does that remind you of? I'm thinking of food. Salmon, it does, doesn't it? It looks like a salmon when you slice into a salmon. Can I show you these ones as well? I love the almost tiger stripes on some of these. And then the one next to it, you've got a completely different look altogether. The wonderful thing with these is you're going to be working with the shapes that are unusual, but you're getting a mixture of colours in everything. 500 carats, your price on these today, £7.95. Nadine, I do keep interrupting, but I do like your inspiration. You're filling me with inspiration today. Can you tell me what you would do with these shapes, these bi-pyramid shapes? Does anything spring to mind? Because they're quite unusual.
They're lovely. I think I would use those as features on a necklace, and I might even do a weave, so that you've got smaller beads and then bring both threads through the pyramids so they stand out. You've got 2 or 3 dotted on a strand, then the pyramids.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I like doing things like that.
Yeah, that sounds like good fun and not too tricky, I wouldn't imagine.
No, but it does make a feature of the big gemstones then. Probably start, when you get to your sort of collarbone rather than at the back of the neck, and then just make it a feature.
That's a really good idea, I like that. Thank you so much, Nadine. I'll let you carry on with your challenge now.
Okay.
£7.95 for this 500 carat strand of your Botswana agate. We are on limited stock of this, so we're talking about double figures. There is a very slight queue on the phone. Stay with us, free phone number, and don't forget, if you've already purchased from us today, it's only one postage and packaging. I'm just diving in, sorry. It's right at the back. I'm so little. Oh! I have seen this strand before, and I remember because it's a really standout piece. This is your tiger's eye in these puffy waves. Twisted pillows, they're called. Oh, I like that. We're already limited on stock. We've got 330 carats. Now, tiger's eye has been used in the past. It's known for battles. It's definitely a battle gemstone. People used to incorporate tiger's eye into their armour, into their swords when they were going into battle, because it was said to ward off the enemy and also give the wearer courage. And you can understand why with these tiger-like stripes running through. Your price on these today, £8.95. We are in limited stock for those though, so please get in on the phone for them, because I've had them on before and I know that they flew out, so we must have just had a few left. How many have we got left? 60. Oh, gone. 3 have gone. So we're in the 50s now. £8.95. I love these twists. Cameraman Glenn, can I ask you, would you tell me the truth, wear tiger's eye?
Would I wear it?
Yeah.
No.
No, why not?
I don't wear any jewellery.
You don't wear any jewellery. Good job he works on this channel! £8.95 for this strand. Don't bother buying it for Glenn. If you know him, he doesn't wear jewellery. £8.95 for that strand, congrats. Sorry, I've got to dive in again. No, it's all right, it's my fault. I've got really little arms. 40 carats of your moonkite, 140, sorry, of your moonkite in these 5 petal flowers. Aren't these unusual? Brand new strands. brand new today. Now, I don't know if you're aware of one of my favourite people in the world. Her name is Lily Cole. She's a supermodel. She's been in films like that, Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus and other things like that. She went to Cambridge. She got a double first in Cambridge. She's gorgeous. She's got this flaming red hair. She's absolutely stunning. One of those women that you're slightly jealous of, but also love at the same time. She has created a selection of jewellery for the Rainforest Alliance. And these pieces used completely these tones. Do have a little research of a jewellery online, and I guarantee you she used these exact tones. She didn't use any pops of colour. She didn't use any mixture of feeling or textures together. All smooth and all these natural, almost nude colours. She had that jewellery line and it sold out within a week. So really popular pieces, really trendy, but really wearable as well. Your price on 140 carats of your moonkite, £6.95 on a brand new strand. You don't see that very often, do you? Let me hold it out for you so that you can really pan across and get a good mixture of the different looks you're getting with each individual one. You're getting deep burgundy there, almost a mustardy colour. You're getting cream tones, deep browns. You are getting a lovely mix of these natural colours, each of them with their own little quirk, their own little zap. Look at that purple one. I love purple. I've just realised, Nadine, I haven't even asked you what your favourite gemstone is yet.
Two. I like Labradorite, which everybody I think does because of the schiller on it.
Yeah.
And I love moonstone.
I can understand why you love them both. Yeah. I do get that. My favourite's opal, and it's got the same kind of interesting fluidity effect that Labradorite and moonstone has, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Funnily enough, speaking of moonstone, are we going to go to moonstone next?
Oh, that's just...
Nadine's going to nip under the table and pull out a mobile phone, start calling in to get some of these. Which box are we on? Ooh. I thought so, I just wanted to double check. Nadine, get called in now because there's a queue on the phone.
Oh, that's lovely.
Look at these multicoloured strand of this moonstone. We've got 120 carats worth in here. Now, you say, Nadine, you like moonstone, so when you see this strand, what are you thinking? What pops to mind in particular?
Actually, it would make a nice sweetie bracelet, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That shape, it's just perfect for that.
Yeah, I like that idea. 120 carats worth you're getting here, and these are in your graduated plain rondelles. Sorry about that, slippy. They're approximately 4x3 mil all the way up to 12x8 mil. So the ones in the middle really are your centerpieces, aren't they? And then simply pop two from the end to do a really simple drop earring. DQJK46, your price. £9.95. What a lovely price for moonstone. Moonstone, in ancient times it was believed that at night when it was cloudy and the moon kicks out those bluish hues, it was believed that speckles and droplets of this lighting effect fell to earth and created moonstone, hence its name. And you can understand why when you see it. Again, the light's not particularly helping this strand at all, but I promise I am getting this lunar-like appearance from each of these. 120 carats of your multicoloured moonstone. Congratulations for getting that for less than a tenner. Ooh, sticking on the flowery theme. Did you get these flowers? Did you get these flowers? Did you? Because if not, you're probably too late. How many have we got left of these ones? Single figures. Look at this 240 carats of your pyrite 5 petal flowers. The thing with pyrite is you get that instant coolness, which I think is really, really interesting. When you pop something this cold and this naturally weighty on your skin, you really do notice it. It makes you think, oh, this is genuine gemstones. You know, when you go into a high street store and you get those horrendous pearl-like plastic beads, and you put them on, you know they're on, but you can't really feel them. But with real pearls, you get that coldness, you get that depth, you get that weight. It's like that with this pyrite. You're getting that feeling. Your price on these today, HEGP04, £6.95 for 240 carats. And if you did get those flowers earlier, we are in single figures now, so do rush in if you want them. Wouldn't they go great together? There's uniformity of the shape, but a completely different feel between the natural tones. Where are we going? Let's get starry-eyed with our star buy. Hello. Brand new strand for a star buy? Yes, please. Have a little look at this strand of pearls, white pearls. These are 9 by 8 mil. Nadine saw these earlier and said, oh, I've not seen a strand like that in a long time, and I completely agree. 9 by 8 mil on these white cultured pearls. Now, they are straight drilled, making them the classic shape. The other thing with these pearls is, because they are 9 by 8 mil, they're almost a perfect round, aren't they? Almost. And we know when the perfect round comes into it, we're hiking at the price by a long chalk. These are 9 by 8, which means that for each of them to be formed, it's taken around 8 to 9 years for Mother Nature to do her business and create each of these individual pearls. Your graphics have just gone off screen, but I promise they'll be back with you in a moment. The lovely thing with working with these that are only ever so slightly a potato is that they have the appearance of a perfect round, but you've not got the price tag. But also, because some of them are a little bit bumpy and they do have a little bit bumps, because it's kicking off this pearlescence. You're getting yellows, you're getting pinks, you're getting that blue that you will expect in the truly high-end cultured pearls. Your price on these today, £5.95. Pip. Pip, pippity pip pip. You've gone low there, my friend, haven't you? For a brand new strand of pearls that are almost perfect rounds, white as well, you've been a little bit mischievous, Pip. £5.95 for a brand new strand of pearls. You are on the phone lines, please do hold the line. This is a brand new strand, you may as well wait for free phone number and make sure you get yourself this. It is our star buy, so we do have plenty to go around. £5.95 on this lovely strand of truly exquisite pearls, each one taking around 9 to 8 years to create by Mother Nature herself. What a lot of work for a truly stunning, stunning strand. I'm going to bring these over with me to have a little look what you've been creating. Now, we didn't give you much time at all, but you've already whipped up 4 things. Wow! Please have a little look at these creations. This necklace, for starters, you've used all 3
Yes.
of the pieces that she picked earlier from our back to black. You've got the crackled agate on there. Sorry, go on. The spinel.
No, I was going to say I'd have probably used more of the spinel if I'd had time, because obviously they take more time to thread on, and I'd have probably brought them up round a bit further up in between.
If you can see the spinel here, it's really, really delicate. Actually, you can see it shining, can't you? It almost gives it a coil effect, and I really like that. Ooh, this ring, I'm gonna have to try it on. I'll let you see it first before I try it on, because I might not take it off. But I love this. Using that spiraling technique as well. But how is this, you've done this slightly differently.
Yep, I took 3 strands of 0.8, wound them around the metal mandrel and twisted them so it anchored the shape of the ring, and then just put the gemstones on and did the coils.
Isn't that something interesting? It looks like, it's like a little halo as well on top. How wonderful is that? I'm gonna have to try it on. I'll try it on whilst you tell me how you created these zigzag effects
Just
earrings.
freehand wire, just
With your round nose pliers?
Yeah, just with pliers. So have a go.
Do you remember your finding set is at the bottom of your page, which is what we've used on here. Please look at my ring. My ring, oh my God, ownership already. How rude. My ring. Isn't that lovely? And look, even underneath you get this detailing. And on top, it's different from every angle, isn't it? Such a depth of interest in this piece.
What I use the spirals for is to hide any of the wire work where it crosses over, so I twist them and put them into position so they hide
Oh, really?
any rough bits or anything underneath.
Sneaky, sneaky, because you couldn't tell that you've done it to hide things.
Yeah, I've put them at the
Just
sides
beautiful.
so that it doesn't show.
And then on here, oh, you've got these little springs. Talk me through exactly how you made that pair of earrings with these delicate little springs on top.
Right. Well, I use 0.4 wire because these don't go through the thicker wire. So I used the wire as the base and threaded them on the gold, the spinels, then the drop. And at the top, bound them together. A bit like when I did the necklace, getting the wires and just wrapping them. And then instead of doing spirals, I just did coils, and just by keeping right to the end of the pliers.
Yeah, can you show us how you did that? Just over here.
Okay. I don't really need my glasses, I don't think, for this. Right, just putting your pliers in there and just turning and turning.
Look how easy that
And
is.
turning, but keeping it at the same point, so your spiral's actually coming off the pliers. It can be as loose as you want.
Easy peasy. Creating these wonderful little ringlet effects.
Yes, like that.
Oh, so easy. And it really does add a little something special. Nadine, thank you so much for joining
you.
us today. You did a pre-5-word warm-up. Can you tell us your 5-word end of the show? How's it been? 5 words.
Fun.
Good.
Enjoyed it.
That's 2. I'm quite strict on this 5-word game.
Quite relieved now it's over.
Okay, you've well gone over the 5. Let's stop there. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, hang on. Have you got something else here?
Just the charm bracelet at the end.
She's
I
gonna
was going
create
to
a little
do
charm
lots of
bracelet for
different
us.
sizes of spinel, just by putting a little coil on the bottom, threading on the spinels and linking them onto a charm.
Oh, I like
Just a
that.
love
For the
sticker.
time limits you've had, you've done an absolutely fantastic job. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you.
today. And thank you guys for joining us today and being part of the show and texting in. Now, we have got for you tomorrow, myself and Laura Binding, binding herself. Laura Binding is coming on to join us with her designer inspirations. But now, we're going to be joined by Ed for the Miss Out show. So do stay tuned. Sorry, has your time started yet? I will see you very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye from me and Nadine. See
Goodbye.
you soon.
Join us on Jewellery Maker as we count down the days until Christmas. Stay tuned to see perfect Christmas gifts for all your friends and family at prices you won't believe. And what's more, anything you buy can be refunded or exchanged until the 31st of January. So for hassle-free shopping and great value, it has to